Nah, dude. Amazon can fuck off. They may be able to get me my shit really quickly. That doesn't mean that I like them, though. Let's be for real. Let's not get carried away here, boys. Come on. Okay, anyways, my bitching aside, today is a big day. Look at this. Look at this. Looky look, we got all the stew that we are ever gonna need. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Holy fucking shit. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna go get the rest of the mushrooms and I'm gonna move them. They won't fit in here, obviously, like Radoy. Duh. Why was that like that? What the fuck? Anyways, what I am going to do, though, I'm gonna shove all of them down here. Or however many will fit, I guess. So these two are doubled up. This space needs to be filled. Okay, cool. If I do get more materials, I might make more stew, honestly. It's just kind of 50-50, you know? Let's not get carried away here now, come on. Why is it fucking raining, dude? No, dude. Fucking all of Amazon's upper management can suck my hot, wet, juicy ass. God fucking damn. Rip, or fucking rip bozos, dude. Or excuse me, rip Bezos. Like, god damn. That's a funny one, actually. I'm gonna have to remember that. What the hell? Okay, no. We're not gonna do this one. That's fine. Wait a sec. That's level 2, right? Okay, let me do that. Okay, good. Isn't there more on the 3rd level? Okay, no, there's not. I got them all. Nice, nice. Damn it. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Am I really not gonna have enough space for this shit? Oh, that's annoying. Here's what we're gonna do. Where did it go? What the hell? Where's my ender chest? Where did it fucking go? Oh, there it is. I was like, what the fuck? What, did it fucking disappear into thin air? I wouldn't honestly put it past this mod to do that. Dude, no. Dude, all this shit that Amazon pulls, I'm surprised that they haven't fucking gone out of business from lawsuits. To be fair, though, I've heard rumors that their legal team is ruthless and will basically, like, they will fight tooth and nail to completely shoot you down, essentially. So what someone should do, videotape them. Videotape everything with a secret video camera, like on your glasses or something. Just keep recording until you get something, and then post it to the internet. That's probably your best weapon that you can use against them. It's a very effective strategy, I promise. Just don't get caught, as the old saying goes. Oh, and make sure to blur out everybody's faces, too, of course. Don't forget that. Just so that way they can't get you for invasion of privacy. Anyways. Well, anyways, yeah. Sum all that up. Fuck off, Amazon. You can suck my ass. God damn. Fucking rip bozos, dude. They can piss off. Was that exactly enough? It was. Nice. I just realized, I don't think I have a whole lot of ender pearls, do I? I'm pretty sure I left it all at the Mushroom Island. God damn it. I feel so dumb now, dude. Holy shit. Wait, really? That's enough to fit in that one chest? No fucking way. I'll just leave that there. That's fine. I don't mind. Well, so here's what we're gonna do. I can't even use this ender chest, dude. Like, there's nothing I can do with it. I mean, I literally have no blocks to, like, build with. I fucking was a dumbass and left all my shit in the fucking, in the end. Or that, on the Mushroom Island, whatever. Yep, I left it all on the Mushroom Island, of course. God damn it. I'll still leave it there. It's not that big of a deal, but, like, still, it's kind of annoying. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We need to take our armor with us. Do I have enough soul steel to make a pickaxe? Because I really don't want to have to come back. Wait a sec, maybe I won't have to. I won't have to, oh my god. How many levels do I... Wait a minute, I'm getting carried away. Hold up. I need a new pickaxe, that's fine. But what I also need... I need torches. A fuck ton of torches, specifically. What's this? Where was that this whole time? What the fuck? Uh-oh. Oh, boo. Dude, no. Some of the cases I've heard for Amazon, like, hurting their workers, dude, it's fucked up. Like, dude, I have absolutely zero respect for Amazon. Like, I'm not even trolling. I typically don't get, like, super, like... I don't typically talk about this kind of shit because, you know, I don't want to fucking... I don't want to, what's the right word? I don't want to get too carried away, let's just say. But, yeah. Honestly, like, legit, Amazon can fuck off. I was gonna make the Rip Bezos, Rip Bozo joke again, but it's just redundant at this point, and it's not necessary. Amazon can suck my fucking fat ass. Like, goddamn, dude. There we go. Good as new. Anyways, Rip Bezos, I mean Bozos, whatever. They can all fuck off. If you treat your workers like that, there's not much else I can really say about you at that point. I just feel bad for the workers that have to put up with that shit. That's some really fucked up shit. Like, goddamn, dude. Oh yeah, 100%. Sorry about that. Had to blow a piece of dead skin off my glasses. I shed really bad sometimes. That might have been a little too much information. Oh shit. Okay, I need torches now. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways. So yeah, Rip Bezos, I mean Rip Bozos, and yeah, you can fuck off, Amazon. You might get my packages to me fast, but that doesn't mean that I like you. It just means that I sometimes use your service. I try my best to not use Amazon for anything, though, for that exact fucking reason, because I don't want to have to fucking put people's lives at risk. I'm gonna leave this for the, fucking soul steal. We will put that right there. Wait, is that the same? Okay, that's real funny. Here, how about we just do this then? Perfect, now it's even. Might not have been necessary, but I want it to be even. I want it to be even so fucking bad, dude. Jesus, dude. No, okay, no. I'm sorry, Amazon deserves to be bulldozed for all the shit that they've done. Like, if I'm being for real, it's just so stupid, dude. How many do I have? How many stacks? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? Okay, fair enough. Let's put those in there. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get this over with. I'm gonna need a lot of permatorches. I could technically go back to the Mushroom Island, maybe. Wait, does this explode? Okay, no, it does not. I know Hellfire Dust explodes. That's good. Please don't explode. Please don't. Okay, thank God it did not fucking explode. I would have actually cried if it had exploded, dude. We're not gonna get the other cauldron out just because I don't want to force myself into that fucking bit. Perfect, there we go. We'll get our torches, and then we'll go to the fucking end, and we'll light the whole place up. I think, I remember someone asked me if I was going to use water to do this, but I'm not going to use water, and I will tell you why. I think it's cheap, and it's cheesy. I mean, I'm sure I probably could, but like, look at it this way. What if I were to fall off of my mob grinder and fall into water versus falling onto ground? Then it wouldn't be difficult then, right? I want this challenge to be as difficult as possible, you know, like without the use of any like cheese or anything like that. And yes, I know I pushed animals into a hole, but that doesn't count, at least not in my opinion. That's just part of the game. It's not my fault the devs never patched it before they released the 2.1.4 version that we have now. That. All things considered, though, that I'm okay with doing. I don't care about that. Pushing animals into a hole is completely fine. However, using water buckets in the end is not fine. Because it would basically be the difference between me dying and me not dying. And I'm trying to make this a fairly difficult challenge, so, you know. Perfect. Okay, now we're good. Okay, I'm hoping we can get a protection scroll. Because if I get enough, like, fucking shit to get another protection armor set, I'm gonna do that before we fight the Wither. I have to. But anyways, yeah, fuck off, Amazon. You can suck my hot, wet fucking ass. God damn. Rip bozos. Or excuse me, rip Bezos. There you go. It's perfectly fine. The joke still stands, even though it's redundant as fuck. I promise that's the last time I make this joke. I can't really articulate how much I despise Amazon, though. I may use their service, but that's only if I'm desperate. Honestly, rest in peace to all the workers who fucking have lost their lives to that shit. They did not deserve that kind of treatment, dude. Like dead serious, like goddamn, dude. May they rest in peace, dude. Like, seriously. That's unfortunate that it has to happen like that. I don't typically get too serious, but like, I'm honestly dead serious about what I just said. And also the fuck off Amazon bit as well. Yeah, they can fuck off. And as for all the workers that have been, you know, killed on the job, may they rest in peace, dude. Holy shit. That's just unfortunate that that the fucking company has to be like that. They have enough money, they could easily be a nice company, but nope, apparently they don't want to do that. Oh well, that's their price to pay later, and they're gonna have hell to pay for that one. Okay, anyways, I digress. I promise that's the last I say about it in this episode. Let's see if we got a protection scroll. God damn it. I may want to consider cleaning this out. Ooh, armor, you don't say. Okay, that should be enough to run the compressor. I'm gonna need to do this first before I do anything else, so I don't have to fucking deal with it. Oh, that was close. Okay, so that's off. Good, good, good. Did it do it? Oh, it did. Okay, good. Are we good? Dude, how many Bane scrolls do I have? Oh wait, I've only got 11? What? What the hell? I thought I would have had more than that. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. Bane is kind of obnoxious as far as enchantments go. It's basically useless. Your chances of actually making good use of that shit is pretty much just nilch. It has no major use in this mod at all. Sure, you can't even kill spiders in one hit with Bane 5, for God's sake. You would have to have Strength 2 to guarantee, or semi-guarantee, and you still aren't gonna do it 100% of the time. It's just stupid. The damage roll is completely random. Why Notch ever made that a thing, I have no fucking clue. It should have never been a thing. RNG should not be part of Minecraft. That's bullshit. If you have it, like... If you have a level 4 enchantment, you should be guaranteed level 4 damage if you, like, are hitting something. What the hell? Oh, a full Dura bow. What the hell? Okay, cool. I just don't want to have to make a second trip for this shit. I have no ender pearls either, so that kind of sucks. That is unfortunate, but there's nothing I can do about it, sadly. Jesus, dude, that did 4 fucking layers, bro. Oh, that got to layer 4 before I was out of flesh, dude. Oh, it's so nice having this fucking stew, dude. Holy shit. Words cannot describe how pleasing that is to me. I'm gonna keep that. Ooh, I know, I could take that cauldron and put it in the nether, couldn't I? Because I'm probably not going to use it for anything else. That's not a bad idea. I might have to actually consider doing that. Shit. So basically they colluded, that being OSHA and Amazon. That's what it sounds like anyways. I may have misinterpreted, but I'm pretty sure I heard what I heard pretty clearly. Enchanted leggings, not bad. That's a really good helmet and sword, actually. Like, that is actually, no joke, like a legitimately good, like, set of, you know, armor and sword. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That is a lot of fucking shit. Good. We're actually getting good progress with the mob grinder. Not bad. Don't I have... Wait a sec, I have no space for this shit. Oh, crap, dude. No, please. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just... Do I want to pitch that shit? Yeah, we're gonna have to pitch it. I completely forgot about the Witchwort situation. The Witchuation. Oh my god, make it stop, dude. That's more than 16, right? 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, never mind. That's 12. My bad. God damn it. Okay, good. Creeper balls. That's not moderate. 4 out of 5 tornado risk is considered bad, dude. Like, what the fuck? If it was 3 out of 5, that would be different. That's what I would consider, like, moderate risk. Elevated is 2, mild is 1, and pretty much a non-factor if it's a 0 out of 5. Possible, but extremely unlikely. Yes, that's all of our shit. Thank God, dude. Well, I don't need this. I'm out of space for it, so there's no point in keeping it. Almost 3 stacks? What the fuck? I'll keep that. That's a good little addition to my collection, I would say. Oh, I need to feed my dogs too, shit. They're gonna start getting angry if I don't. They're gonna get angry. Is he really fucking starving that bad, dude? Yeah, he was not looking too happy with me just now. Yep, he was starving to death. Okay, so our mob grinder has been cleaned the fuck out. Thank God. Oh, thank goodness that's finally over, dude. Where's my compass? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, I would really rather not have my compass, thank you. I kinda need that. That's, like, kind of important. If I ever were to get thrown or spat out somewhere randomly, I'd like to be able to find my fucking base. Now, in theory, I could just fucking, you know, get some iron in a fucking furnace and make a compass out of that. But, like, do I really? I'd have to find 8 iron minimum to do that, meaning it would take me at least 2 or 3 days of in-game time to get my shit. Okay. Still not done, huh? I'm probably just gonna have to stand here in place and just wait. There isn't much I can do about this, sadly. What the hell? Ooh, this will be a good one.
Hold on. How do they not know where they live? Are we sure we're dealing with children and not aliens masquerading as children?
Probably both. They're dealing with retarded kids and aliens masquerading as human children. It's still not done, huh? Of course, my favorite. Yeah, a lot of Gen Alpha kids are kinda dumb. I mean, they all have the same haircut like the older ones. They all either look like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, or fucking Jack Neal. I'm not even trolling, I swear to God. It's absolutely insane, dude. I mean, hey, no offense to any of those influencers, but like, you know it's bad whenever people are copycatting everybody's haircut. I don't like autocorrect, it pisses me off sometimes. Is it almost done? Oh my god, it's almost done. It's gonna be done soon. Holy shit. Thank you very much. I'll be taking that. Wait, what? The kids with actual disabilities 15 years ago could write better than the kids nowadays? What the fuck? Nice, we're past a stack. Excellente. Oh boy. So we have 14 stacks, right? So we have 7 bits of sticks. Cool. Where the fuck are my sticks? I know I have more than this. I love it. I have a whole double chest's worth of CDs.
Well, that is honestly the worst part, right? Because look at TikTok and what it's done to the attention span. That's real. That's totally real. The reason that content on YouTube that tends to go really viral is long form stuff.
Wait, what? For 5? No, that's 14. Never mind. I was about to say, what the fuck?
Is watch time and average viewer duration. So how long people are watching the video for on average, calculated on a percent basis. So if a 1 hour video is watched 50%, that's a 30-minute average viewer duration. That's insanely fucking high. So because you were able to capture these people's attention for 30 minutes, YouTube is going to promote the video. And that's something that's hard to do now. It's harder. There used to be less videos.
There's a lot of YouTube shorts actually that are now like over a solid minute. Some of those shorts are actually like really nice. They're reviving the attention span of all the fucking brats these days.
When a game first launches, then you can see the gameplay, right? Like the rat drive.
You play it, you can tell them what it's going to be about. I can friends with the video did, and not a single one. I saw another school across the street from our school walking in her car.
So we're not going to make all the torches, like, immediately. That's just a waste of my resources. I'm not going to do that. We're going to make 7 torches to start. I actually do need to take a chest with me to the end, now that I think about it. Actually, wait, should I just make all the torches? Yeah, maybe it would be in my better interest to just make all the torches. It'll save inventory space since I don't have a way to use ender chests throughout the end. Oh yeah, dude, most parents these days are fucking terrible. Holy shit.
They're not going to know how to behave, and they're not going to be able to learn and listen to instruction. Like, if they're instructing their iPad to display them content, they basically become the masters of what they consume. Because when you have an iPad, it's basically a device that listens to everything you want it to do. It's an interactive, right? How will you now expect that kid to invert his world so that now he is basically what the iPad is to him? Just something that needs to be listened.
Spoiler, you don't. The technology actually does warp their brains, holy shit. I didn't grow up with technology though. I'm like fucking 30 years old, dude.
Most of what he's learned is just like Cocomelon and Baby Shark are at his disposal whenever he
Oh
wants.
god, fucking no, please stop. Don't even mention that forbidden word. Fucking Cocomelon and Baby Shark. Fuck no. Almost done. Just a little bit more and we'll be there. So, we have our May talk, right? So what all do I need for this? I don't actually need anything particularly specific. Let's just focus on lighting up the end first. That's the first thing that I need to fucking do. We just need to focus on lighting up the entire fucking end. It's gonna take a while, but that's what the whole point of this episode is for, is to light up the end as best as I can.
I don't think it's IQ. I think it's specifically the way in which learning has not adapted to this new generation, right? And so I think ideally what ends up happening is that there are more restrictions around app content and the way in which it's exposed to children so that their attention spans aren't as wide by the time they're like 7 years old, right? Because what ends up happening there is that their attention span is so wide, and instead of getting to the root cause of that, they sort of look at the problem and not like the root cause. And their way to treat the problem is oftentimes with like ADHD medication that is heavily disruptive to the child's development. And I know this because I was on that. And I know the way that it makes you feel. And they basically are using children as guinea pigs. They decide that a dose is incorrect based on the negative reactions that children are having. And instead of actually like, you know, allowing the children to adjust to the reaction from this medication, they basically just like modify the dose like it's a science experiment. Very dystopian experiment, you know? Because they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. It took us see if you had to answer a question. I don't know what it is. I also have a gut feeling that parents are not as interested in getting to understand what their kids are actually learning in school anymore. And I have no
Another problem is that this is all mostly public school shit. Dude, public school is ratchet. Holy shit. It also depends on the school district that you go to. Generally speaking, most school districts in the public school system in like much bigger cities are gonna have way, way worse academic performance because there's no incentive to actually do good in academics in those schools.
You know, in one ear out the other. Parents need to make sure that their kids are learning, and they need to be checking on their kids and checking up on them and following up with what the kids are doing out there. Parents are more obsessed with themselves and their kids they decided to have. Yeah, I think that's another thing. I really do think that there's a point and as real as the literacy crisis among young children. I do think that part of this has to do with the actual real crisis of disengaged parents. Right? Because you look at it and it's like, well, you know, iPad kids exist because parents decided to give them the iPad because they didn't want to give the time of day.
Are we good?
To treat their kids with attention. I think that's really well. Older Gen Z and young millennials are low-key the worst parents right now. Well, yeah, this is, you know, this is the proof. The proof is in the pudding. The way that you can judge how good a parent is by the fruits of their labor, their children. Right, the product. And the children are, I mean, I don't want to say it because it's a bit rude, but they're fucking retarded. They just are. A lot of it is parents affecting the parenting when learning starts at home, teaching your kids basic reading and math.
Okay, let's go to the end. Right after I feed my dogs.
Yeah, and of course they're also your parents, so as a parent you understand the child far greater than
Wolf chops. You know what? I'm gonna give them something good this time. Because I don't want to use my chicken. Is it Gloom Night? Are you shitting me? What the hell? And I have no Ender Pearls because I left them all in my mountain base. How nice. It's just my favorite thing. Let's just take this one little baby step at a time. Light up the end first, then we can make the farms. Besides, this will be a good opportunity for me to test my theory if silverfish can spawn in darkness or if they can spawn in light. Because if they can spawn in light, that's going to be a problem. It's going to make it a little bit harder for me to do my business. Also, look at that gloom. Total darkness.
TSS process and different safety that, but doing that for 30 minutes
experience. And so if that's even what she's saying is being done, but it's not working, then we have a bigger problem. It's sort of taking for the game. My mom being involved in our schoolwork made it easier to catch my dyslexia in kindergarten, so we were able to get one helping her so she wouldn't fall behind. Oh yeah. And I feel like now instead of finding the disabilities, they're actually making them.
But I think that here's exactly what first of all, the kids have no ability to board whatsoever. They live on their own, they're just at a constant stream of dopamine. The minute their eyes wake up, so they go to sleep. Because they're in a constant state of dopamine withdrawal at school, they behave like addicts. They're super.
I do believe that people have who would use the word dopamine drive people being addicted to their phone. I don't think anyone who's using the word dopamine has actually any understanding of that chemical and the way that it interacts with neural pathways and the effect it has on the brain. I do think that regardless, the point they're trying to make is 100% accurate. I do think that kids who are going home and staying on their screen are going to...
Oh, I didn't bring my damn glasses. Shit. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Place.
They have no ability to tune in if your communication isn't packaged in short little clips or if it doesn't have like bright flashing lights. Actually, the way harder part for me than just the outright features. It's just picking up the fact often to the little kids who have their eyes open, looking at me,
I don't want no trouble now, you hear?
the level of apathy.
Yeah, I think there's been something where engagement creep has kind of taken over.
Please stay away. Oh god, I don't like this. I don't have any ender pearls either. So this is a major, major problem. If I fell off that, I would be dead. I would be guaranteed dead, and all my torches would go with me. And I'd also have to restart the challenge. So, yeah, not fun.
Maybe from 2010 to 2013. I don't actually know.
Okay, we need to go, but we have to go under here. I have to. I need to light up the edges of this thing, so that way I don't have to deal with it later. Jesus, dude. I do not like this at all. Holy shit. Oh
I've never seen before in my whole career. Punishments don't work.
my god.
They don't care about
I don't like this. Dude, I do not like this one fucking bit.
working with them briefly. In between bits of the internet,
I'm definitely gonna try to go over there, though, obviously, because I don't really have much of a choice.
you're not adapting or punishing them or whatever. And I just gotta say, like,
Could I maybe make, like, a safety rail or something?
it is not the people's fault. This might be
I get so uncomfortable doing this, dude. Oh my god. Because, like, the only thing that's waiting for me down there is a dead run. And, like, let's be for real here. Like, I would be so angry if I actually died to that. Like, out of all the things that I could die to in this world, really, I die to the void. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that I would die to the void, right? Because it's, like, really, really difficult to actually survive something like that. Like, you're basically just as good as dead if you fall down there. Jesus, there's a lot of cliffs. What the fuck?
YouTube scandal was only made around 2019, 2018. So prior to that, and even after that,
So what all's over there? Okay, so there is some... I'm not going for all that shit. I'll go for this under here because this is a fairly large section that I could, like, you know... What the hell?
there is an incentive, like 100%. Like, who has the most free time? Like, kids, right? And so
Silverfish.
all this time on your hands, that's sort of an opportunity
Interesting, interesting. Tell me more.
of that time to have it on a hack roll. Which, look, I mean, if the content is fine and educational, then that's okay. Like, that's the same thing that children shows do. I do think that there is something for about 90 bucks, let's say, having 40 million subscribers, basically shoveling brain rot garbage based on children's content.
Silverfish, look at that. Why is he jumping? What the fuck? Come here. Oh, come here, you wanker. Why did that not kill it in one hit? They must have buffed Silverfish, the Silverfish's health, dude. There's no way, dude. That should have killed him in one hit. We're just gonna use Endstone for the farm. It's fine. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna go back down there. I don't trust myself to not die. I think we'll just go back to our main area, like on the top. Because we're also gonna need to set up our thing. We'll start out in a corner, like on an island, so that way I don't have to, like, get fucked up the ass. Okay, we're gonna do our tunnel system first, because that'll be easier. Okay, good, good. What the fuck? These motherfuckers, dude. Dude, they are not having it. They do not want me doing this. Holy shit. Okay, I need to go get my fucking glasses, dude. I am desperate. I need my fucking... I have to go get my fucking ender spectacles. There's just no way. I am gonna grind a little bit for some ender pearls, though, because I kind of don't want to have to walk. It'll be much less painful if I just fucking get some pearls. Uh-oh. It's just annoying. Like, they're not even a threat, dude. Like, come on, dude. Y'all are gonna have to do a little bit better than that. Go away. If I get the efficiency scroll from, like, the silverfish here, I'm actually gonna fucking lose it, dude. Oh, we can do better, huh? Okay, finally, I attracted their attention. Do I have everybody's attention now? No.
The world of Pokemon is built with so many incredible, fantastical creatures.
Oh, what's the matter? You guys gonna cry about it? It's not my fucking problem.
They aren't actually so incredible, they're just very normal. And that got me thinking, what is the best normal type Pokemon ever made? Now, I've done a few...
If Regigigas didn't have its crippling ass ability, it would be the best normal type by a country mile, dude. Neutralizing Gas Wheezing plus Regigigas was such a good strategy, dude. Thought I just heard a silverfish.
I kind of felt like normal type, like, well, it shouldn't have that many great Pokemon, right? But actually, there's a fair few. So, the first Pokemon on my list was a bit of a surprise to me, but after looking it over and checking the results, really thinking about it, I feel like I have no choice but to include our number 8 best normal type, Eevee. Eevee probably seems like a Pokemon that, you know, a YouTuber would put a list like this as a joke, but actually competitively, it is undoubtedly one of the best normal types ever. And that's because in Pokemon Sun and Moon, it was given a signature Z-move. Now, I can't show you the actual Z-move animation because it will get me flagged for copyright. Thank you for that, Pikachu. But basically, for those of you who didn't play Sun and Moon, Z-moves are special once per battle moves that would basically transform a regular move into something greater. In Eevee's case, the move was Extreme Evo Boost, and what it did was give Eevee a +2 boost in 5 of its 6 stats. Every stat that can get a boost except for HP, okay, technically accuracy and evasion, but those are kind of separate. All the regular stats, you know what I mean? Anyway, Eevee got a move that could literally double all of its stats. It was also the only Pokemon that could use this signature EVMC move. Just as a refresher, there were some Z moves that all Pokemon could use, which were, you know, Normalium Z, Grassy Z, Fire Fury. Fire MC. Okay, let's move on. And then there were signature Z moves that could only be used by certain Pokemon holding special Z crystal and also using a certain move. So in each case, you held EVMC and used the move Last Resort. It was transformed into Extreme Kilo Boost, which again is incredibly powerful. Because Eevee was the only Pokemon that could use this move, it was the only Pokemon that was viable with the strategy. The strategy was actually pretty strong. Basically, you would use the core Pokemon to protect Eevee, so it's Extreme Kilo Boost and double all attacks. And then you would also use the move the Contact, which would basically switch Eevee out to another Pokemon, but keep all of the stat boost that Eevee had earned. So basically, passing, doubling, that was extremely dangerous if it doesn't appear obvious. On top of that, it wasn't even mandatory that you use the Contact to get a stat boost on another Pokemon.
Jesus, dude.
Copies all the stat changes of the partner, so you can do stuff like Psych Up Espeon with Sword Power, which does more damage based on how many stat boosts you have, paired with Power for Crocodile, like the Contact gives you, which also does more damage based on stat boosts you have. Yeah, like basically,
Oh my god.
and Roar kind of just deal with this Eevee strategy, and it actually did really well, with ultimately winning a major tournament back in Sun and Moon. It is worth noting that Eevee was really only ever good when it could use this signature Z move. It didn't see any play, obviously, outside of it, but it was very strong. It was a totally valid strategy, like I said, and I mean, it was basically around for quite a while in the early years of Sun and Moon, and Eevee was the only Pokemon who could pull it off. It was also a totally unique strategy, right? Like, we never really saw set up baton pass in competitive Pokemon other than with Eevee. Like, I'm sure there were a couple exceptions to that, but like, for the most part, Eevee was probably the most dominant any, like, set up baton pass Pokemon ever was, at least in my memory. And I think that's cool and definitely, like, warrants a spot, although it is further down on the best normal type Pokemon of all time. Coming in at number 7, the next best normal type on our list is, just like Eevee, a Pokemon that has only been good for one generation. So that's because it's only been out for one generation. It's Ursaluna. And for the sake of this video,
Oh yeah, Ursaluna's pretty good. I forgot about that.
because even though they play very differently, like if we were
Okay,
to
so
put them both together. Ursaluna is the evolved form
let me
of
think
Ursa.
here. What else do I need to do?
Ursaluna might actually be counted differently, but regardless, it's an incredibly powerful normal and ground type Pokemon. The two Ursaluna, they have some things in common, like the typing, but they otherwise play very differently. So I'm gonna talk about them as if they're two Pokemon, even though I'm grouping them together as one. So let's get this out of the way. The only reason that these Pokemon aren't higher up is that they have not.
We'll just suffocate them like normal.
Ursaluna only became legal in
I may not get anything out of it, but it's better than having to deal with them.
It only became legal as of this past fall when it was released in the DLC. If this video were made like a couple years later, I think I definitely would justify putting.
Okay, so it looks like they're not able to teleport up there anymore, because I put my beacon up there.
Been out long enough, so I can't justify putting them any higher. But they're already so strong that I
Cool.
also need to include them on this list somewhere. Both Ursaluna.
Nice.
Prefer to be in Trick Room because they're both pretty
Yeah, I got Ender Pearls. Let's go.
Trick Room as well by being plain.
Pretty sure that we're probably safe now. Probably. I seriously do need to go get my fucking Ender Spectacles, though. This is gonna be a massive thorn in the ass to do if I don't have those damn spectacles on. At least now I have a means. Excuse you. I'll leave my torches here. That's fine. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I actually kind of want to leave the Endstone here, too, just so I can use it for stuff later.
Given by the Flame Orb item.
I'll leave my torches here, too. Okay, good.
In Ursaluna's case, because of the Guts ability, it doesn't cut it in half. It instead makes it 50%.
Cool. It should not be Gloom Knight. It better fucking not be. I don't understand. Why don't you tell... Well, I mean, I guess I do understand. It's meant to make the game harder, because you get teleported back to spawn regardless of where your spawn point is set. So effectively, it means that you have to be really careful about what you do, or just that you light up spawn so you don't die of gloom randomly. That's why you have night vision. I'm surprised they never nerfed night vision to make it to where you still get gloom, but you can see in the dark.
Ground typing is very valuable. It hits the rock type and steel type Pokemon that would otherwise benefit normal, and as well as
I'm gonna bet money they're gonna nerf so many things in 3.0 other than what they've already nerfed. They're gonna add so much more shit to their repertoire.
kind of an obvious one because it's both opponents and Ursaluna is so powerful.
Like, there is absolutely no way they're gonna not nerf potions. Dude, I guarantee they nerf potions into the ground.
Partner, you can also use the new move as
And our run, dude, no, this run is probably gonna be the thing that pushes them to do it.
significantly stronger than Ursa.
I've basically exploited every possible, like, weak point in this mod from a potion perspective. Without potions, I would have died, like, probably, well over a dozen times in this mod. Probably way more than, like, 20 or 30, in all honesty.
Largest Pokemon tournament of all time in Europe, which is the Sun Mob, alongside Corey
All things considered, though,
Ursaluna would just KO everything. It also is really threatening
If you consider the fact that potions on their own are still very busted, even level 1 health potions are broken as fuck. 2.5 hearts for 1 potion is insane. Like, what the fuck? And the fact that you can make them splash potions is even worse. Okay, now where's my... Oh, wait, my spectacles are up here. Hold up. Wait, do I have another pair? Give me a sec, give me a sec. I do! Okay. Alright, well, now we can go back to the end. At least now I can actually see the dark spots. I really don't want to walk, dude.
a real problem when you can't check it out and you can't help see the value out of the system. Let's talk about Ursula Blood Moon, because there's some similarities, but it also plays very differently, largely because it's a special attack. Now, Ursula Blood Moon has a different ability than Ursuluna, which makes sense because it's got only worse than the physical attack stats, and this ability is just really, really, really broken. It's kind of a combination of two different abilities, the Keen Eye ability, kind of, and then, like, the ability Scrappy. It's got differences in both of them, but basically, Mind's Eye, which abilities. I didn't actually probably say that. No, I'm sure the editor put it on screen, so you probably didn't need me to say that. But anyway, Ursula Blood Moon's ability, Mind's Eye, allows it to hit Ghost-type Pokemon with normal and Fighting-type moves when they would otherwise be immune to it, which is extremely threatening, as well as the fact that it basically makes it so Ursula Blood Moon's accuracy cannot be lowered, and it doesn't care about evasion on the opponent. This ability would already make Ursula Blood Moon very threatening because, unlike regular Ursuluna, like, you can basically play around regular Ursuluna if you're really smart, because there are types that are immune to both of its moves, right? Like, let's say I have Fluttermane and like, Tornadus, right? And I'm like, okay, well, my opponent wants to go for a Facade as my Tornadus, I can switch to Fluttermane, and then it's like, okay, well, they want to use, like, my Fluttermane, or back to Tornadus. Like, you can kind of outplay it if you're really good. You can't really do that for Ursuluna Blood Moon, because of the ability, you can't use Ghost-type Pokemon to resist its normal-type attack, or be immune to its normal-type attack, and if you want to use a Steel or a Rock-type Pokemon to resist its normal-type attacks, those are weak to Ground-type moves, which it also gets with Earth Power, which is a no-drawback move that is very spammable. As if all this weren't bad enough, Ursuluna Blood Moon also gets a signature attack called Blood Moon, which is basically just a better Hyper Beam. It's 140 base power. Now, keep in mind, any move above like 90 or 95 base power typically has a very real drawback, whether it's a lot of recoil damage, lowering some of your stats, really bad accuracy. Blood Moon's drawback is just that the user can't click the move 2 turns in a row, which, compared to all the regular drawbacks, is way more reasonable. Like, it's really
Okay, yeah, it shows me where the thing is. Good, thank God. Really?
It's actually very, very, very manageable. I mean, pair this with, like, Paranormal for a damage boost, Life Orb for a damage boost, Helping Hand.
You little bastards have officially breathed your last breath of fresh air in the end. The end is now mine, you motherfuckers. I'm gonna have to light up every single pillar too, aren't I? God damn it. That's not gonna be fun. I could technically bring a Lapis Beacon, but that doesn't give it to me like in a constant area. It only gives it to me in some of the area. And I'm not gonna be doing any fancy distancing with my tunnels. I might do that with like the base area, but not with the tunnels.
And I think eventually the answer will be yes, but right now I feel like this is a fair placement for them because they don't have as many real Pokemon above them, but they have been out for far, far shorter a duration. Coming at number 6 is the Pokemon that was added to Scarlet Violet, it's Great-Wrath. Great-Wrath is cool because it isn't flashy in the same way a lot of the other Pokemon on this list are. Like, it doesn't have the stats of Ursaluna, it doesn't have like a signature move like Eevee. In fact, the thing that makes it
Okay, now hang on, I almost forgot. I actually need to go ahead and put this on the thing.
several other abilities. But that is its ability Armor Tail. Armor Tail is really great because it stops all priority moves from working against the user's team. That's a really big deal for Pokemon because priority moves are everywhere. There's Take Out, Grassy Glide, Thundercloud, Sucker Punch, Aqua Jet, like Taunt from Tornadus, like, or any prank Pokemon. There are so many priority moves that kind of form the bedrock of competitive Pokemon, and when Great-Wrath is on the field, I mean, your whole team is immune to them. Normal and Psychic where normally normal type Pokemon are weak to fighting type attacks. With Psychic, you are neutral to them, you can actually hit opposing fighting type Pokemon for super effective damage. Psychic type Pokemon are typically like weak to ghost type attacks, but normal makes you immune to them. So, while it isn't like perfect synergy or anything.
Perfect. Nice, nice. So our tunnel is now officially mom-proof, thank God. So we're gonna have to start lighting up the whole fucking ass end. I'm not gonna do the whole end, obviously, because, I mean, let's be for real. I'm not gonna do that. That's just a waste of my time to try to do that. It's gonna take too long if I try to do that, so there's really no point.
Really good as supporting Pokemon because not only does that trick room, it can also use imprison to stop opposing trick room teams, even if you don't want to set it up yourself. And it often uses helping hand as well to boost the partner's damage output, which allows it to function inside of trick room, but also be a good Pokemon outside of trick room because you can pair it with a really strong attacker that's fast and just use helping hand and not have to worry about any priority moves dealing with the faster attacker. But the thing about Furrier is it actually has a very recyclable special attack stat, and so my personal favorite way of using Furrier is actually more as an offense.
Oh yeah, there's a tunnel down here. I forgot about that. This is probably where I dug before to get the stone that I needed.
Your held item, the throw spray, which gives Furrier a special attack boost after it uses any sound type move. Hyper Voice, unsurprisingly, is a sound type move. After being boosted by throw spray, Furrier actually can do a respectable amount of damage, and although it often isn't picking up one-hit KOs, it's actually a very valuable trick room attacker because you can't slow it down with fake out, and it's consistently outputting like decent amounts of damage with like boosted hyper voice or boosted psychic, and so if you pair it with other multi Pokemon like Rillaboom or Incineroar or other Pokemon as well, you can actually use it as kind of this trick room setter that also works as a support Pokemon outside of trick room that also
Nice. Oh god, really? Another area that needs to be messed with. Please stop.
Furrier had a couple good performances and actually got second at the World Championships, almost taking home the whole thing. What I think is neat about it is that sometimes Pokemon that do well, especially early on in their generation,
Is there no end to this?
power level increases, right? Like stronger Pokemon get at it, and that makes like the Pokemon that we thought were good, like slightly harder to use. There's a lot of Pokemon that really struggle once Incineroar becomes legal.
Does that do it? Okay, thank god it did.
Furrier is actually really cool in that it scales kind of with power level because the stronger its partners are, the more value you get out of Armor Tail to protect them from these priority moves. And so at the first regional of the most recent format, Furrier actually won the whole thing supporting Amy Rhydon. It was really cool because it actually used Terra Ground, which is not a common Terra type on Furrier or any Pokemon, to become immune to the partner choice spec Miraidon's discharge. So what you could do is
Okay, that's as far as I go with this. I refuse to go a step farther in this area. It's just a death trap, dude. It's not worth it. Okay, cool. This area is now spawn safe. Thank God. Still need to go down this middle pathway, though, because there's a second path that I never touched. Why is this here? What the fuck?
Also, quick question. How do you feel about subscribing?
It's gonna take a lot of torches to do this, but it'll be worth it in the end. Because I won't have to deal with Enderman spawning in the end ever again. And I'm pretty sure that Silverfish can't spawn unless there's darkness. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, so be it. I'll kill Silverfish manually then. I don't give a damn. It's not that big of a deal. It's just gonna take longer because I'm gonna have to fucking actually like attack them normally. And we're not even gonna be able to stop all the spawns. Only about 99% of them, roughly. Like, the most of the end will be lit up though, obviously. Like, duh.
Coming in at number 5 is another Pokemon with the same typing as Furrier, Indeedee. Indeedee is also a more recent addition to the list, though because it was at the Sword and Shield, it's been around for a bit longer, and it's incredibly
Hang on.
There are two Indeedees technically because Indeedee is one of the few Pokemon that has different stat distribution and a different move pool depending on the gender. So we're talking exclusively about Indeedee female here, which is the more supportive one. Indeedee male is the more offensive one, and it's not as good. Indeedee female is incredible because of its move pool and its ability as well, I should say. Indeedee female is incredible because while they both share the same ability, Psychic Surge, which is one of the best.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that being there. Oh my god, please don't lag, game. You're making me uncomfortable. Okay, cool. That's the end of this area. Thank God. If you throw an Ender Pearl into the end, I'm kind of surprised that the devs never made it to where you auto-teleport to where 0-0 is. I feel like that would be a really good way to punish like a misclick. Like, you know, in the end, obviously.
Being able to use the defenses of a support Pokemon to support a more offensive Pokemon is very unbalanced in a game like Pokemon, where there are two Pokemon on the field, and they're reacting to each other in fluid ways. The following is generally very good, but Indeedee is an especially good user because of its Psychic Surge ability, which sets up the Psychic Brain, which, just like Furrier, turns off priority moves. So, one of the ways around Follow Me is to use Fake Out into one Pokemon and attack with another.
Okay, all of our tunnels have been lit the fuck up. Now we get to do the hard part, or more specifically, the really tedious and time-consuming part. Cleaning up the surface. Oh, and by the way, I think yeah, I remember your name. Chris, thank you for the suggestion about water buckets, but I am not going to be able to use water buckets. Mostly because I have a very strict no cheese policy with, like, the end. I want this to be as difficult as possible. Like, if I fall from, like, a super high level, I want that to be basically a guaranteed death unless I throw a pearl. Gotta make it as tough as possible. That shit tough, you know, that kind of thing. What the hell? That's gonna get annoying, dude. But I do appreciate the recommendation in all honesty, though. That was honestly a genius idea, actually. I was actually kind of thinking about doing it, but then I also remember that I don't want to use water buckets. Mostly just because I think it's cheap. I mean, to be fair, in Nightmare mode, you can't do it either. So, you know, all that good shit. But whatever, I digress. It was still a very good idea, though, so thank you for telling me that. God, no, dude. No, I don't like this. Please stop. I could put fencing around the whole end, actually. I might have to consider that. Although that'd take a bunch of fence, though. I'm not probably going to actually do that. 3, 4, 5. Wait, what am I doing? Couldn't I literally just do that? We'll also mine some of these, like, you know, like these imperfect bits. Okay, cool. We're just gonna do this way. It'll be easier. We're just gonna do a straight line across the end. Please go away, Endertard. Please stop. Are you trying to get hit by me, dude? Like, these guys, they are fucking giving me cancer right now, dude. Stop. I'm not gonna hit you. It's not gonna happen. It wouldn't even matter. I could just throw a pearl. Oh, actually, I just now remembered I actually do need to do this. Hold up. There we go. Now you can't kill me. Sucks to suck, I guess. I don't need the Silk Touch pickaxe, so we'll put our building blocks on our hotbar, too. I will never have to deal with Enderman griefing my shit ever again. You tards have breathed your last breath of fresh shit. Or, excuse me, fresh dung. I'm gonna light up the pillars later, but, like, for now, we'll focus on the surface, just one step at a time. Like that one song says, one step at a fucking time. Okay, now hold up. Where is it? 1, 2. Okay, so it's 2 blocks out. 1, 2, right here, maybe? Actually, hold up. Let me just do this. Let me go out a level and just do it like that. I'm not going for perfect uniformity in the end. I refuse to do that. That's just gonna drive me nuts if I try to do that, and it's just not worth it. Like, it's just not fucking worth it, dude.
For those of you who don't know, Smeargle has a unique gimmick that it can learn every single move in the game permanently. There are other ways for a Pokemon to temporarily use a move that it couldn't normally learn, like First, Copycat, or Mimic. But in Smeargle's case, it doesn't need to use any of those moves because it can just permanently sketch any move that it wants, and you might think, okay, well, like, maybe you can just learn
the hell
that it doesn't normally learn, but the thing is, because
where
it permanently transforms into whatever move it sees,
where
so yeah, Smeargle can learn every single move in the game, and it can choose 4 of those to use at a time. Although its stats are
where the fuck is he?
kind of compensate for that because it can use the focus hatch item to allow
am I going insane?
Anyway, and it's mostly here as a disruptive support Pokemon, so like not having good offensive stats doesn't really matter. To make matters worse, Smeargle has the Booty ability, which will raise.
Oh, there it is. I was like, what the fuck? Where is it? Like, what the hell, bro? Come here. Now. Get your ass over here. Go to hell. Go back to hell. I'm tempted to hit one of them, but I know that's a terrible idea. I'll try to make this kind of uniform, but, like, it's not going to be so uniform that it's just, like, insane. I refuse to do that. It's just a waste of my time, dude. So, 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, yes, that is actually the right distance for this. Cool. What the hell? I mean, I guess that's fine. The beacon kind of, like, makes up for it. We'll have to put some of these in a different spot, but at the very least, it's not a total loss, I guess. I was gonna say, yeah, I'm not trying to be perfect. That's not what I'm going for. Trust me, I don't want that. That's bad. So under?
We were allowed to have 2 different restricted Pokemon on a team, and so the power level was so high, and the value of putting like your opponent's restricted Pokemon or Mega Evolution Sleep was just
So right there then. Okay, cool.
like it was really difficult to deal with Smeargle. Oftentimes Smeargle would be led with a way to protect it, like take out Mega Kangaskhan, and so oftentimes you would try to protect against Smeargle for one, you would make up pressure, and then
How am I supposed to know where I'm supposed to go? At the very least, I have enough Ender Pearls. I'll start work on the farm a little bit later. I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough time to do this, because this is gonna take me at least 2 hours to do this. There's no way. It's gonna take me at least a couple hours. Also, the amount of fucking Instone that this is gonna take is obscene. It's gonna take so fucking much, dude. Like, goddamn.
They removed Smeargle's ability to learn Dark Void, one of the only moves in the game that it cannot learn. And they changed Moody to no longer interact with accuracy or evasion, and so it became a lot easier to handle Smeargle in theory. But that didn't stop Smeargle from taking over the next time they restricted Pokemon in 29. It turns out having the ultimate Sword Pokemon that can still put your opponents to sleep with. Initially it was 4, but then people started running lovely kits to get around Grass types immunity and Safety Goggles immunity, which was very stupid. But yeah, supporting really powerful Pokemon with Smeargle like Xerneas or Mega Ray.
Yeah, dude, Smeargle's just insane. That's why we haven't seen Smeargle come back in any of the generations. Because imagine that thing with Terra Steel. It just doesn't dive into anything.
Like, you might think it's not that big a deal, but yeah, Smeargle was a complete menace. It is worth noting that Smeargle hasn't been so good. I don't really know if it was in Sword and Shield, but I don't really remember it ever doing anything, and it just recently got out of Scarlet and Violet. It did finish in the semifinals of one of the more recent
My god, stop. Okay, we will worry about this area a little bit later.
They got another resurgence, but yeah, I mean, it's undoubtedly one of the best normal type Pokemon of all time, and
Competitively, I think Smeargle is the best doubles Pokemon of all time. Like, as far as normal types go, I think it definitely takes the cake as the best one. Smeargle is just annoying, dude. Having to fight against Dark Void Smeargle in 2016 is just not okay. Please stop. I'm trying to light up the end. Go away. Get the fuck out of my way. You're not part of the promise. None of you little bastards are, so stay the fuck out of my way, and none of you have to die. It's not my fault, all y'all bitches. God damn it. Whatever, I'm not gonna complain, I guess.
which averages out your defense stat and the defense stat of whatever you hit. So these strategies are often used shuffle or carving Pokemon with the high base defense stat. It actually
Okay. Well, let me light this up, because I know for a fact that this has to have some darkness. There's no way it's gotta have darkness. There we go. That looks pretty good, huh? That looks pretty nice, right? I will be leaving this beacon here. This beacon stays. Okay, now let me just go ahead. Okay, now let me get fucking... Here we go. We'll use this one as a placeholder.
Because normally in a restricted format, you're restricted to using 1 or 2 special powerful legendary Pokemon on your team. And Ditto has a good way around that, and that can kind of steal the opponent's legendary Pokemon.
Yeah, Ditto's imposter ability is fucking insane, dude. Like, what the fuck?
And I don't think I was actually that good with it, because it's just very, very, very hard to use.
Yeah, imposter's kind of 50-50, honestly. It just depends on how you use it.
Pokemon it transforms into depends on like what is directly across it. So if your opponent has Kyogre and Incineroar, you can't switch Ditto into the slot across from Incineroar because it will go down. And so that makes building game plans with it really difficult, but it also means you have to be thinking about something else where you normally wouldn't have to.
The end is not that big. Thank God my end dimension is not that big. I would be so mad if it was like one of those super island things.
Pokemon am I transforming into? Because of how hard it is to use, it's a Pokemon that doesn't always see a ton of success, but for the players who are really good with it and who really believe in it, they're able to bring out a lot of its potential.
Good, good.
Restricted Pokemon on your team is a really big deal. Ditto also something special about it is that when you transform into a Pokemon, you copy their stat boost as well, so it can be really good against Pokemon.
Oh yeah, Scarf Ditto's a great revenge killer in singles, actually. It was used very widely in Gen 6 and 7 to revenge kill Megas. It wasn't OU by usage, but it was still very much had a niche in its respective generation.
Activated back and Sword and Shield every time it's sent out, and so Ditto would then activate the Sword again because that counted as like sending Zation out basically. You could have +2 attack Zation compared to your opponent's +1 attack Zation. It's really difficult to use Ditto, like just unbelievably hard. So it's not a Pokemon that sees a ton of play, and I didn't think it was worth including on this list, so I thought about it over Eevee. But it's such a cool Pokemon with such a, like, and it's so unique and special, and nothing else really does like what Ditto does that I wanted to include it. Next up, I want
Porygon Z's okay, but it has god-awful defense, dude. Like, it just dies to everything. Like, I'm sorry, it just does not live that shit. Sorry, Enderman. Better luck next time, as they say. Haven't I already torched that area up down there? Yes, I have. Okay, good. Thank God, dude. Holy shit. If I were to accidentally hit an Enderman, that's what the God Apples are for. That's what the God Apples are for. I'm not pushing my luck. I'm not going to play nice with these little shits. They can fuck off. I am not going to let them have their way with me. Absolutely fucking not. Even if I don't get everything lit up, it's still better than nothing. I said 99% and I meant what I said. Okay, good, good. If I break this, does that mean that it's not going to be like that? Oh, it does. Holy shit. Thank goodness. Let's just focus on getting, like, the first half of this thing done. It'll be easier this way.
Very funny to me, not to him. But the real Regigigas set is the one that took off during Sword and Shield when they introduced Weezing's neutralizing gas ability, which turns off all abilities while Regigigas is on the field.
Yep, neutralizing gas and Regigigas. Very, very good combination, because it guarantees that Gigas gets to have all the fun that it could ever want. There is a surprising lack of Ender Tarts here. Okay, now we need... go up here. Yeah, just put a torch right there, I guess. Nothing else really to do. Why are there fucking... dude, why is there fucking... dude, okay. Why is there end stone up there? Dude, there's fucking Enderman up here, please. I don't want no trouble.
Maybe not quite as strong as it was during Dynamax era, but maybe it would still be usable, and that could be cool. Anyway, with the only ones out of the way, let's talk about the 3 best normal type Pokemon of all time. Starting with
okay, no, that's not Over the Void. Oh my god, change the POV, please.
Really threatening Pokemon that's aiming to just take 1 KOs. Porygon 2 actually plays completely differently. Because Porygon 2 is not fully evolved, it's able to hold the Eviolite item, which actually increases its already
What
good
in the
power
hell?
to great level.
Okay, cool. Why is there so much Instone up here? What the fuck? I mean, I'll take it. I don't mind. It's fine. I definitely need it. We'll reset the spawns once I'm completely done lighting this. Once I'm done lighting this bitch up. Dude, I don't like this one fucking bit. Okay, good. He teleported away. Thank God. I have my spectacles. I'm gonna test them real quick. Okay, good, 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 good. Falling from all the way up here. How many blocks is this actually? I'm kind of curious. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so you wouldn't die if you fell from this high. Not that I'm willing to test it. That would definitely be like instant death. Like, you're not surviving that, unfortunately. Boop. I'll take the 2.5 versus the 8.5 hearts of damage, thank you. Okay, now we just need to check out the area that we've lit up so far. Just see if it's any good. Cool. I don't care about the edges. That's not what I'm working with here. I'm not edging myself out today, thank you. I refuse.
And then the other slot, Porygon 2 sometimes ran like Dry Attack, which is very dangerous because it had a chance to freeze or burn or paralyze. So that's what we're Toxic though, where if you try to ignore Porygon 2 and say, okay, like I'm gonna have a bulky team and I'm not gonna care about Ice Beam or Dry Attack or whatever, Porygon 2
Just imagine if there was like a small chance for Enderman to just get angry at you for no reason. I feel like that would actually be something that they could potentially like make a thing. I really hope they don't actually ever do that, dude. Fuck that. Dude, fucking hell no. Like, bro. I mean, of all the bullshit that Endermen do already, that would be too much, dude. Like, come the fuck on. I'm kind of surprised that Elmi never nerfed the Ender Spectacles to give you like a 1 second duration of looking. Like, you can still look at them, just not for a very long time. To be fair, I feel like he might actually add that if somebody exploits Ender Spectacles too much. I don't know. Okay, let's just go ahead and keep going in a straight fucking line. Sorry, Endertards, but your assholes are all mine. Same goes for your home. You shouldn't have, hey, you little bastards shouldn't have stolen my fucking sugarcane. I wouldn't be doing this if you hadn't stole my sugarcane. I would have played nice, but nope. Y'all had to be bitches, and y'all had to get stitches, I guess. Jesus, this area is huge. What the fuck, dude? Holy shit. At least this is easy. This is much better than fucking, you know... This is a lot easier than trying to fight all of the Endermen. I think I'll pass on that one, but thanks for the offer.
Okay, we're into the top 2, and I actually went back and forth on these for quite a while. I really wasn't sure which one I was going to put at number 2 and which one I was going to put at number 1. So if you disagree on the exact ordering of these two, just know that it's close. Like, this is what I ultimately decided on, but if you disagree, I actually think there's a case to be made for the other order as well. The number 2 best normal type Pokemon of all time is Snorlax. And this
Snorlax, agreed. Gen 2 Snorlax was a fucking beast, dude. I didn't play competitive back then because I was, you know, I was like in grade school, but like I still remember tales from all of the veteran Smogon players. Like a lot of the veteran Smogon players have told me stories. Very brief, like 1-sentence stories, but you know, whatever.
So for moves that are kind of like above average strong to average strong, it'll take them pretty well just because it's so not anything. One speech that actually kind of works in its favor because it's so slow. It works very well as a Trick Room attacker, where if you get Trick Room up, Snorlax is almost always the slowest thing on the field, and that allows it to move first.
Oh yeah, Snorlax in Trick Room is hilariously broken too, because it always moves first no matter what. Its speed is just that terrible. Okay, so that's done. Good, 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 good. Oh, that's a staircase. Fair enough. Oh yeah, Belly Drum. Yeah, that's a pretty scary attack. If you let your opponent get one of those motherfuckers off in doubles, you better pray that the Earthquake misses for whatever stupid reason. Stop. They're scaring me, dude.
2008 and 2009, which are the first 2 years of the official current competitive format. The thing is,
Cool. Get fucking shit on, Endertards. God damn, dude.
When I started playing in Generation 5, Snorlax was not considered very good. The power level just increased, and Pokemon could do too much damage, and Snorlax wasn't really able to keep up. The same was true in Generation 6. Snorlax just wasn't really a contender. Things changed for Snorlax in Generation 7 when it accidentally received a major buff. because they changed a bunch of items called long berries, the Figgy, Ayapapa, Wiki, Agua, Mango berries, where these berries used to activate at a quarter of your health and would give you back, I think, like an eighth of your health that might confuse you if they were in a bad mood. They changed them to now still activate the quarter of your health remaining, but they would instead heal 50%. Basically, we started calling them super citrus berries because they were just super citrus berries.
Oh, now, oh yeah, that's right, the berry changes in Gen 7, was it? I can't remember when they changed the mechanic. It was like 7 or something like that.
Uniquely because of its gluttony ability. See, I told you to get back to what I promised. Your gluttony basically says, hey, for those berries that activate at a quarter of your health, this Pokemon can actually eat them at 50% of their health instead. So basically, if you think about it, Snorlax could use Belly Drum.
Oh yeah, Belly Drum plus Ayapapa Berry, LOL.
And then it would heal
Bunch of
50%
fucking losers, dude.
50%. You can also use Recycle to get back that berry and store it for future recovery, or if it was below 50%.
Oh, I don't want to go down there, dude. Fuck.
Although it didn't win the World Championship that year, it did get pretty close. Plus, it did win a bunch of the other major events throughout the year, so even though it didn't win Worlds that year, it was close, and it also, like, dominated for the entire competition. The following year, we thought Snorlax would be worse because Power State, was back, and Incineroar was added to the game. Thank you for that, Game Freak. And, yeah, like, we thought, okay, maybe Snorlax is
Oh yeah, Incineroar came to be. Oh god. Yeah, I really don't want to have to go down there, but I don't think I have much of a choice. How are they still spawning? Are you kidding me? Does this really not work? I'm pretty sure it does work. It's just that they were already spawned, so, you know. Not much I can really do about that, sadly. Alright, well, time to go back to the fucking bottom, I guess. I'm not liking this. I don't like where this is going. We have to go down to the underworld now, boys. Wish me luck. This is gonna be painful. I guarantee this is gonna be stressful. Oh. Oh, there is stuff down there. Okay, well, let's worry about what's up here first. Eyes up here, boys.
How many incredible Pokemon there are now. Snorlax is actually kind of comparable to Ursaluna regular form in a sense, because although it's like Ursaluna regular form, like, it doesn't have the ability to go to plus attack.
Out of my way.
A lot of it's not getting a 1-hit KO, but like it's still like a kind of this like setup normal type Pokemon. But the thing is, even though it's slightly weaker than Snorlax, the bulk is similar, I would say. Snorlax is probably a little bit tankier, but Ursaluna has higher physical defense, there's a case for it, and Ursaluna doesn't need to give up half its health in order to unlock its offensive potential, right? It doesn't risk, having its berry knocked off or being like doubled by a nerve, and then, not being able to contribute. Yeah, Ursaluna loses the flame orb, then it really sucks, but you can always protect it. It's actually pretty, if you're careful with it, it's pretty easy to consistently with the flame orb activated. Obviously, Ursaluna and Snorlax are very different.
Why did one of them just take damage? Am I going crazy?
Snorlax, and even that Pokemon is having some trouble right now, so basically because Snorlax is older than Pokemon,
There is nothing that you Ender fuckers can do to stop me. Unless I make you mad by some miracle of your fucking, whatever god you little bastards worship, it's not gonna happen. I'm not dumb enough to do it is why. I would like some extra in-stone though, please. Oh yeah, Kangaskhan, Parental Bond, oh boy, my favorite. Chalk, oh boy, my favorite. There's a reason why people hate Megas, and that motherfucker is one of the reasons why they do not like them. Like, that motherfucker is often cited as one of the worst contenders for fucking... How did he spawn? What the fuck? Do they spawn without... Do they spawn regardless of light level?
On top of that, Kangaskhan has an amazing move. It gets Fake Out, which normally is just used as a support move, but on Mega Kangaskhan can actually be doing a lot of damage.
So we're good lighting-wise in this area. Nice, nice. Oh yeah, power-up punch. +2, and you get fighting-type damage on all the steel types that threaten your Fey types. So this didn't take as many torches as I thought. Cool. I'm actually glad that I was wrong. So apparently silverfish can spawn regardless of light level. That's just fantastic. Alright, well, time to go to hell. I don't like this. I'm putting a safety reel here, dude. I have to. I'm gonna lose it if I fall. A lot is at stake with this last little challenge of mine. We still have to go back to the mountains and kill bats for the dumbass scroll, but at the very least, it's not going to be terribly impossible to accomplish. They took Power Up Punch away from Mega Kangaskhan? Why? God damn it, please stop. I don't want no trouble, please. This is making me very uncomfortable right now, dude. Dude. Okay, we're good. Let's go back up before I accidentally get myself killed. There's a reason why they don't want to make the fucking Gen 6 remakes ever, because they'll have to bring back Mega Evolution and deal with all of the fucking autistic players complaining that they're broken. Game Freak doesn't want to deal with it. What in the hell? There's more, dude. Really? Oh, I don't want to go down there. Please, just leave me be. Wait a second, that's right! Enderman can spawn at a light level of 7 or higher. That's a great question. Competitive Pokemon has an official Wait, no they can't. Hold on. I'm pretty sure they can't, right?
Now called the League Challenges and League Cups are local events. The range in size from 10 to 40 players normally and can be set up
Like, surely not.
to foster community within their local scene. The remaining events are classified as
Yeah, I'm done trying to be, like, super particular about this. It's just annoying.
Worlds. Worlds happens only once a year, in August, and is the absolute pinnacle of competitive Pokemon. The tournament that every player dreams of winning. Internationals are the next rung down, with only 3 events each year, and players coming in from outside the region to compete for the heightened prizing and glory. And then there are regionals. These tournaments are the most common major. There will be 9 this year in North America, and while technically anyone can enter them, the vast majority of competitors are typically from the region itself. But don't let their relatively lower standing fool you. In recent times, these tournaments have become unbelievably difficult. Competitive Pokemon has exploded in popularity. Just a few years ago, these tournaments struggled to hit even 100 entrants. But at the regional championships, over 800 players entered in the oldest division alone. And that's the 5th biggest event that I've seen.
Okay, no, they're not spawning. I'm just being paranoid. Thank goodness, dude. I would be so fucking pissed if I fucking miscalculated and I forgot that fucking the Enderman can spawn in light levels of 7 or lower. But that doesn't make any sense. Like, why?
Strong performances will earn championship points. Currency you need to spend if you want to qualify for the World Championship. Qualifying is much harder this year than it has been in recent years, so I'm not taking it for granted. The way that it currently works is at the end of the season, the 75 players with the most championship points in North America will qualify for Worlds, with the exception of any player who gets top 4 internationals or wins a regional. Accomplishing a feat like this automatically qualifies you for the World Championship.
Okay, we're gonna take care of this last quadrant. We're gonna take care of that quadrant last. Because that's down in the boonies, and I don't want to go down there until everything else is finished. Finito.
There's only a small handful of players who have won 2, and the drop-off for players with 3 regional championships is unbelievable. I can count on one hand the number of players who have won.
I just want to clear all of the... What is that? Dude, oh my god, why?
I have 9 regional wins. This season, I'd like to win my 10th. I set that goal after my 5th win, and even though it seemed almost unthinkable at the time, because I've won 3 regionals so far since Scarlet and Violet started, it's suddenly within reach. So, now you know. I am playing seriously. Right, okay, that certainly doesn't explain how I ended up with Pokemon with 0% usage. Well, with a few weeks until the tournament, I start working on a team with my friends.
Yeah, I don't like standing that close to the abyss. Thank you very much.
You can't always take something standard. You're given a lot more creative control when you make the choices for yourself. My first thought is to build around Weezing, a Pokemon who shuts down the abilities of all other Pokemon. I had success at the Baltimore Regionals a few weeks ago using an offensive, voice-spec Galarian Weezing. But this time, I'm interested in the more supportive version of the classical form. But after a week spent trying to make it work, I give up. It's not coming together. So I need a new starting point, but nothing.
I don't like that. That's making me uncomfortable, dude.
There is one concept that I'm interested in. Ursaluna. Ursaluna is one of the strongest Pokemon in the game. It's got ridiculous stats, and its ability makes it 50% stronger when it's affected by a status condition. Something you can guarantee by giving it the flame orb item. Burning Ursaluna not only makes all its moves 50% stronger, but it also doubles the power of the attack Facade, a normal type move that is powered up when the holder is affected by a status condition. Add on a few other powerful moves and good typing, and Ursaluna is one of the single best Pokemon in the format. And unsurprisingly, it's having success. But here's my issue. The way that other people are using Ursaluna...
Okay. We're doing good. We're making good progress. We're making a dent in it. This is actually a lot easier than... I don't know if this is easier than doing water buckets personally. I've never tried, so I don't know. But I imagine this is probably the way that the devs would want me to do this. Probably.
This strategy can work, but it's not the way that I like to play Pokemon. If I'm going to use Ursaluna, I want it to be just a part of a more complete
cool.
whole. I want to be able to use it without becoming overly reliant on it. And so, I need a team that has plenty of other Pokemon that can do damage.
There's stuff underneath there, huh? Well, that's a slight issue.
The standard Ursaluna team features Porygon 2 to provide trick room for Ursaluna, Incineroar to provide fake out and intimidating support, as well as parting shot to help get Ursaluna in safely, and Amoonguss for disruption, healing, and redirection.
Okay. Still a dark spot, cool. I guarantee there's one here. There has to be. Never mind, apparently I'm just being stupid. My bad.
And Porygon 2 is one of the best trigger setters in the game at the moment, which means I need to cut either Incineroar or Amoonguss. Incineroar, one of my least favorite Pokemon of all time, or Amoonguss, a Pokemon that clutched my last tournament win. I'm cutting Amoonguss. He's strong, but Incineroar is just too powerful. Incineroar's Intimidate ability, cutting the opponent's damage output, is a big deal. And more importantly, Incineroar has excellent synergy with both Porygon 2 and Ursaluna.
I love how it still kind of synchronizes up, despite being a little bit wonky. So yes, we've dealt with almost all of the Enderman spawns. Almost all of the Enderman spawns. Like all the spawnable locations for these Ender Tards. Once I'm done with this, I can start work on the pillars after we do the undersides. I'm probably not going to go too crazy with the... Excuse you. I'm probably not going to go too crazy with the torching, obviously. Like in the really tough to get to places, because that's too risky in my opinion. Making the mob drop farm is going to be a real thorn in the ass, but it'll be worth it in the end once I actually get it all done. I'll probably do 10 layers like I normally would. Okay, good.
Your other Pokemon gets the benefits right away and can outspeed your opponent's troublesome Pokemon. But this is much easier said than done, because right now there is an extremely fast Pokemon dominating the competitive field.
Dragapult. Oh god, make it stop, dude. Dragapult is so annoying. Holy shit.
Even before Dragapult, because although Dragapult is fast, there are some Pokemon who move first regardless of their speed. And technically will be Illuminizing, but they're not good enough, so I'm not going to mention them here. I'm going to mention them, but whatever. They all have abilities which give Tailwind increased danger priority, allowing some move over Pokemon not using priority abilities, such as Dragapult. So you might be thinking that the choice for a Tailwind setter is Whimsicott, Talonflame, and Murkrow, but I can't choose any of these Pokemon. I need every remaining Pokemon on this team to be able to do damage.
Jesus, there are so many fucking Endermen, dude.
And all of these Tailwind setters can't do enough damage. Talonflame's attack stat is actually lower than Amoonguss's. Well, I guess this concept doesn't work. Back to the drawing board, I guess. But it just doesn't sit right with me. If there were only a way to get a good Tailwind user on this team, I feel like it could be so strong. Is there actually nothing? I scroll through every single Tailwind user over and over again. I missed it earlier because it is in fact the Dragapult at first. But it turns out there is a single Tailwind setter that can outspeed Dragapult and has good enough offensive stats that it can be treated as a threat. A Pokemon with 0% damage that hasn't been used in over a decade. Yawn Mega. Now Mega is a bug of flying type Pokemon with a speed boost ability. Giving it a speed boost at the end of every turn that it's on the field. After just one single speed boost, Yawn Mega outspeeds Dragapult and even some choice scarf Pokemon. It is the only Pokemon that can do what I need it to on this team. But why is nobody else using it? Well, to start, Yawn Mega's typing is a bit lackluster. Pug is one of the worst types in the game, and it doesn't have especially good synergy with flying. Yawn Mega also doesn't have incredible stats, especially compared to something like Flutter Mane or Raging Bolt or honestly most of the newer Pokemon. And its main niche is as a Tailwind setter.
Okay, good. There's gonna be a dark spot here. Or there's not gonna be, never mind. Huzzah, we have succeeded. Almost all of the dark spots have been dealt with. Oh god. Maybe we should do this section first. This is definitely the more dangerous area. Why the fuck? Dude, what in the hell? Why though? Let me just make sure that the entire top island is done. Pretty sure it is. I don't like this. I'm not liking this one fucking bit. Stay back, please.
Ursaluna. And Sneasler is the best bet because with its poison secondary emerging, is able to hit some of Ursaluna's counters like Primarina and Rillaboom. Sneasler is also fast enough that I don't need to have Tailwind up in order to let it move first, especially because I have another way of doubling its speed, but we'll get to that in a second. With just one Pokemon left, I need a powerful special attacker, because at present, I only have...
Why does the cave noise have to play at the absolute worst possible times? Yep, there's a whole fucking spot over here that I missed. Of course there is.
One turn in the rain, kind of like Solar Beam, except unlike Solar Beam, it also gives our Caledon a special attack boost. I don't have the rain, but I can still use Electroshock by giving up my...
What is all this underground, dude? What the hell?
Requirement a single time, but that one shot is all my Caledon needs. By the way, these tournament videos take a ton of effort to...
This is just nuts, dude. Why is there so much shit down here, though?
If you're enjoying this video, I would love if you would check to see if you are subscribed. This is content that you can only find on this channel, so I hope you feel it's worth your while. And subscribing helps the channel and everyone who works on it. With the team complete, I spend the next few weeks refining it, obsessing over every tiny detail, every stat point. After hours spent testing and calculating different damage rolls, here's how everything ended up.
Stop. Go away.
Extremely hard to get rid of. As a not fully evolved Pokemon, it can hold an EV-like item, increasing both its defensive stats by a whopping 50%. And as a pure normal type Pokemon...
I'm not doing that, dude. Fuck that. I refuse. Why are you standing in my way? Get the fuck away from me. Dude. You're really gonna do this. He's really gonna do this. No, stay away, please. Thank you. I really don't want any trouble, my boys, please. Dude, I'm like clenching my ass cheeks right now. Holy hell.
Download gives Porygon 2 either an attack or a special attack boost, depending on which defensive stat is lower on the opponent's side of the field. If the opponent's Pokemon have more special defense than defense combined, Porygon 2 gets an attack boost, and vice versa.
So it's possible to get down there, is it? Okay, well then let's go down there, because I need to light that up. That's going to cause issues with my spawner. Like, that's going to cause major issues if I don't deal with it. Is that thunder outside? Is it raining? What the fuck? Oh shit, it is.
This is, truthfully, one of the most bizarre EV spreads I have ever used. So much special defense, not even max HP, and 0 defense? There's no way that this is optimal. Right? So, why did I do it?
Okay, we managed to make it down here. Somehow, we fucking made it.
You already understand the moves, ability, and item. Some players are choosing to drop Earthquake for Sword Dance, Shadow Claw, or substitutes, but I think Earthquake is broken, so I'm going to use it. Lots of players are now running Paranormal on Ursaluna to get a damage boost, but I want to get maximum value out of my speed control turns, so I'm going to use Terra Ghost to prevent Fake Out from slowing me down. Ursaluna almost always...
Okay, good.
Mine is a good bit weaker. This is because I want the stat points to do other things. I want Ursaluna to always outspeed Annihilate and Goldengo in Tailwind, and
So that right there is a major problem. I'm gonna have to bridge over there, and I'm not gonna like doing that. That ain't gonna be fun.
Sword Dance boosted, Black Cloud is boosted, Terra Dark boosted, Sucker Punch, and 1 turn of burn damage. This is an absurdly powerful move, but by putting all these stat points in,
Okay, well, wish me luck. This is the final boss. He's fucking bridging over to this thing. Like, dude. Please get off of that. Dude, he fucking walks right onto the spot that I do not want him on.
After using this theme, I realized that it's completely broken because it flips whatever it hits 30% of
Jesus, dude. It's thunderstorming outside, dude. Stop.
this is completely overpowered. Mega also uses Paragos to take out immunity, plus it helps
I do not like this one fucking bit, dude.
as it ensures Mega can always take one big attack, and forces opponents to spend 2 different moves at least if they want to get rid of the bug, assuming that they aren't getting flinched by Air Slash. Mega has maximum special attack, enough speed to outspeed Choice Scarf Fast Legion at speed boost, and a few points of defense.
Oh, thank God.
And Dragapult Dragon Dart won't be able to KO Young Mega with just 2 hits. Sneasler's actually deviating quite a bit from the normal way that people use it. The default set is to run max speed, max attack, and a focus stack.
I don't want any trouble, boys. I just want to light this up, please. Okay, we're gonna tunnel upward and get to the top of this island. I cannot believe I actually managed to make it back. I'm probably just gonna throw a pearl back to the mainland. I'm not dealing with this shit, dude. Fuck that. I think I'll pass, but thanks for the offer. Am I not up there yet? Where the hell's the top? Jesus, how big is this thing? Finally, good lord. I'm gonna leave myself at hungry so I don't sprint like down the hill faster. Why is that out there, dude? Oh my god. Damn it. Wait, can I reach it? I'm not gonna get greedy or anything, but I'd like this island to remain flat, please. What is that? Are you shitting me? I mean, there's nothing I can do about it or anything, but like... I just don't get it. Damn, dude, this is terrifying. Okay, yeah, I'm not throwing a pearl back there, dude. That is a death sentence if I actually were to do that. Actually, wait, could I actually make it? Like, is there like a... I mean, yeah, realistically I could make it, but like... Please make it. Oh, that was a close one. Okay, we lit that dumb fucking... Oh my god, shut up! This time I'm talking to the thunderstorm, not to that. Or not to this, or whatever. Whatever, that takes care of by far the most stressful thing I've ever had to do. Like, from a death perspective. Because if I were to fall down there, I would be toast. There's no way I would be able to live that, unfortunately. I don't like this. And now the Endermen are starting to get, like, we're starting to thin out the herd, thank goodness. I just need to light up this area right here and we'll be done. I'm not going to worry about what's underneath. That's not necessary. I don't want to push my luck. There's so many Endermen here, dude. What the fuck? Shut up, Enderman. Why is there another freaking island, dude? Are you shitting me? I mean, I know where this is, but like, still. Okay, good, good. Okay, good. Oh my god, dude. That would have, well, I wouldn't have died, but it would have been very embarrassing. I do not like this, dude. This is making me so fucking uncomfortable. Holy shit. We're just gonna do the nice scope strat for lighting this up. Where I just diagonally scope it out and call it a day. See you later, Ender Tards. It's been nice knowing ya. The final nail in the coffin was this area down here. I have at least that one little area of leeway, I guess. Stop. Okay, good. Thank God, dude. Okay, so that island is torched. Good. We're getting a little torched ourselves today too, huh? I better get a fucking efficiency scroll for all my hard work. We're at the home stretch, baby. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna get it done. And I had enough torches too. I might have overkilled on the torches a little bit, but whatever. Hang on. Wasn't there like a spot underneath on like this side? I don't remember. It was somewhere though. How do I have that much instone? What the fuck? I didn't think I had that much. What the hell? Okay, we're gonna go back over here because I want to see where that one spot is. So there's no more Endermen that can spawn. At least not easily anyways. Hang on, is it down there? Yeah, it's down there. How the fuck am I supposed to get down there, dude? Because you can see where all the Endermen are spawning. Like, they're desperate. They have nowhere else to go. I've literally flushed all of them out now. There's nothing that they can do. Please don't attack me. I haven't done anything to you little shits yet, so please don't. I really don't want any trouble. Like, seriously. I'm just trying to fucking mine in peace. I guarantee, yeah, something can definitely spawn down here. There's no way.
my slowest Pokemon. I realized that if I can just deny the Trick Room, I'll have the speed advantage for the entire battle. Game 2 starts with their Amogus Chandler lead against my Archaludon and Incineroar. Normally, Amogus could use Rage Powder to ensure Trick Room goes up, but Incineroar isn't affected by Rage Powder thanks to its safety goggles, and Archaludon has slowly direction. Of course, doubling its Chandler is risky. It does have Protect, and if they go for it and score Archaludon, I'll be so far behind after the first turn that I might not even be able to recover with incredible plays. But I decided to risk it anyway. I double into Chandler, and it goes down. Ursaluna comes in, and they're forced to Terastallize Amogus Dark to survive my double attack. But now, their Amogus is weak to Sneasler. I spread damage across the board and bring it in. And with their last Pokemon being
I'm not going for any crazy shit.
help from Ursaluna, I win the game and the set, 2 wins, 0
Okay, so we just need to go straight down from here. Cool. Perfect. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna get it. Holy shit. I'm so happy. I really hope I never have to do this again. Ever, ever again, please. Please, for the love of God. Just don't fall into the void, please. Please. There are so many Endermen down here, dude. What the fuck? I'll leave myself a nice window so I can stare into the abyss. Me and the Endermen stared into the abyss, but the Enderman blinked, and now they're all dead. Why are there so many down here? Might have something to do with me literally destroying their entire fucking habitat. Ow. There are so many, dude. We have eliminated them. There are so many fucking Endermen down here, dude. Holy shit. Okay, well, let's get the fuck out of here. I love you, Enderman. I'll see y'all later. Hey, you look. Oh, thank goodness. Now there's no more Endermen to get in my way. Ever fucking again. Yes, it's over. Oh my god. Now I just need to very carefully go back up to the surface. Aha! I knew it! I missed something! Here, let me get rid of this then. Just so it's not an issue. Yes! We're done! Oh my god. No more dangerous plays. No more risky plays. I think I've had my fair share of risk for today, thank you. I have a lot of in-stone from this too, so that's nice. Silverfish.
So our Paladin only ends up with 3
What the hell? Ow. Get the fuck out of here. So apparently they can spawn in any light condition, I guess. Like, what the fuck? Like, why? That doesn't even make sense. And plus, I can also see where Endermen are spawning, too. So that's really helpful, actually. Yep, right here. Okay, cool. That fixes that. Do I hear Enderman? I do hear Enderman. Where? Did I miss a spot? Holy shit, dude. Please stop. Okay, you know, maybe I won't do that. Where? Aha! Where are they spawning, though? Oh, I see. It's in this little pocket. Because, like, I can't get all those little bits over there, obviously. Like, duh. I'm not gonna try either. That's just a waste of my time, dude. But, like, this big area, I can definitely manage. Ow. Okay, that's as far as I go with the placement there. I refuse to go any farther. Like, obviously, I can't get all that stuff down there. That's unreasonable for me to assume that I can do it. I'm not gonna try, because it's too fucking dangerous. I'm not gonna risk that shit. Like, if I were to fall into the void, there's no chance I throw a pearl just perfectly right. I would literally have to eat a god apple, and after you fall more than 50 blocks, you can't throw a pearl up there. I would basically just be dead. This is just to get 99% of the end out. Are we good? I think we're good. Oh my god, I think we're actually good. Oh, and I still need to light up the damn pillars. Ow. God damn it. So the pillars are all that's left. Good. Thank God. Oh God, I don't like this. Why is there so much instone up there? Oh yeah. Okay, so this one's done. probably need more torches, but that's okay. I can live with that.
Then I think, do I actually need to terrestrialize the roar? I mean, it's so obvious how to do it. Surely he's not going to body press into a potential ghost era. I decided to play green. Turn starts and mount gold terrestrializes the ghost, and uses it to set up our Calidon. Close combat does 0 damage, and our Calidon body presses Incineroar for the one-hit KO. And a glorious blunder by me. Completely ignoring my safe play and taking a needless risk for actually no reason. I just threw this game away on the first turn. But it's against my nature to give up, so I'm still going to find a way to do this, though realistically this shouldn't be possible. I go into our
Oops.
as they snarl to lower my special attack down to control. Finish comes out, and it can use Rage Powder to redirect my close combat and use Ghost Cycle. The only way I'm going to win this game is if I get a redirect. Finish just switches out to Clip, but I ignore it and launch Close Combat and Dragon Bolt into our Calidon as it snarls again. Finish comes back out to heal our Calidon as I double it again, and it KOs my defeat. Will another Dragon Bolt pick up the KO? Finish uses Rage Powder, taking the air slash. Dragon Bolt ignores it thanks to Stalwart, and leaves our Calidon with just 10 HP. Finish lucky, and I finally KO our Calidon. It's down to a 2 against 3, and I try to go for air slash missing by doubling this opens myself up to down the queen, critical hitting beyond Mega for the KO, something that I hadn't considered. Now we'll come down to Calidon can land a Thunderbolt critical hit. I've got 2 shots. The first one
Now, same time it's like the spike coming through. It's a question, it does
is on the crit. And the second one fails as well. I lose game 3. 3 wins and 1 loss in the tournament. And because of the delays, I don't
The hell?
get thrown immediately.
How is there obsidian up here?
And it's against Mendoza. Mendoza is really scary, but I do have a game plan and some really good tools to stop it. The battle starts with their Goldango and Bird Crow against my Arcalodon.
Ow. Lit up. Okay, so all of the ones... Wait, no, that one's not lit up. Is it possible for me to... I don't like the idea of that. That's probably not a good idea.
4 game I qualified for tomorrow. But unfortunately, I can't tell you about my round 7 match because I don't have notes. And I didn't take any notes because, honestly, I was kind of mad about what happened. In the penultimate round of the day, I'm paired against my friend, Yotom, the friend who I built this team with. This was an exact mirror match, with both of us having the exact Pokemon, items, paratype, ED spread, etc. These matches are always silly. So at least with this team, there are multiple different modes, so we each ended up bringing different Pokemon to battle. In the end, I'm able to win because I call out how Yotom is going to counter Luna, but honestly, it's a mirror match, so it really could have gone either way, which means that I'm qualified for day 2 of this tournament. But I can't take my foot off the gas. Every win still counts. Currently, I have 6 out of 7. My last win today is against one of the main teams that came out of Baltimore, scoring on 2 Ursaluna and Flamingo.
Jesus, how high up is this goofy thing? Please don't touch me.
Flamingo is actually a big threat. I have 4 fighting with this. I can't intimidate Flamingo because of his scrappy ability, and I also
This cave noise knows just the right time to fucking play itself to freak me out. Okay, so what other ones need to be lit? I wish I could throw a Pearl down there, but there's Ender Tards down there, and if it hits one of them, it's gonna make them angry. Ow. There's no point in using a dumb Pearl. I'm not gonna do that. That's just a waste of my Pearls. Ow. A heart and a half? What the fuck? Jeez, there's a lot of fucking towers. What the fuck? It's so quiet at the end now. There's no more Endermen to get in my way. It's beautiful. Stupid Ender Tards. Stupid Ender Tards.
He gave me my banana. So we did joke about him holding it for ransom, and with my stomach now full of
That's what I fucking thought, Ender Tard.
Carson, in my eyes,
Could I, like, make a bridge, maybe?
even in formats where it wasn't considered to be a main threat. And in this format, Mendoza is quite strong. My team does have a pretty decent Mendoza matchup, but I have a problem. Carson has Nail and Sneasler with Psychic Speed. Indeed, Psychic Surge activates the Psychic Speed, giving Sneasler a special defense.
No, I won't do that. We'll just tower up there like a normal person. It'll be easier that way. Figure if I'm gonna do this, I should just do it the legitimate way and not deal with it the bad way.
And rolls paralysis, and suddenly John Mega no longer outspeeds, and it's standing 4th in KO both first Pokemon, but I can no longer beat Dozo. I lose game 1. Okay, so there are two ways of approaching a game 2. I can either hope that this doesn't roll with 1 in 3 chance of getting paralysis or sleep on Fire Claw, or I can try a new strategy to try and make it not come down to luck at all. I decide to go with the latter. I don't love gambling on luck, especially at the start of the day. It just feels like it's gonna sit back.
So we don't have a lot of pillars left after this. Thank goodness.
Close to 100% as I can get them. The leads in game 2 are the same. This time I tried something different.
Please get out of my way. Thank God. Please go away. Do they teleport when there's light, maybe? This is gonna kill that thing. There's no way he lives that. He lived the fall. Are you shitting me? How many blocks is this? Like 42? Oh, okay, whatever. I didn't light it up properly. God damn it.
I lose game 2, putting me in a record of 7 wins, 2 losses. But honestly, I don't feel that bad about it. Carson is a strong player, and though I lost, I really like my decision to try to adapt in game 2. It didn't work, and reflection
So we still have... How many more pillars do we still have to do? That pillar right there is done. Those are done. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more pillars. Half of those pillars being short ones, so that's good. I ain't walking. Fuck that. Another fucking giant-ass tower.
In game 1, I KO Golengo early and bring Sneasler down to Focus Dash, but I miss an Air Slash, which makes things really dicey. I end up with a really big lead, but my opponent hard reads me turn after turn, ignoring my protect and double hard, using high horsepower into the Omega as it switches to Incineroar and more. Despite all of it, I still end up winning, because my lead and my active advantage were just too good. Game 2 starts with me losing both my Terra and my Arcaludon on turn 1. I took an unnecessary risk and was punished super hard. Actually, the Omega brings me back to the game by landing a huge critical hit on turn 2 that KOs their
Why are there so fucking many, dude?
I end up in a position where my active advantage is just too big, and I'm able to convert it into a win. I just have to win this next round, and I'll make it into top cut. But the team I'm paired up against is terrifying. It's got Arcaludon and Caliber, but also Porygon 2, Ursaluna, Moongus, and Incineroar. The issue is that against Arcaludon and Caliber, I want to use my own Arcaludon. That's the one Pokemon I don't want to bring against Porygon 2, because it'll give them the download special attack boost. In game 1, I fall behind it early, but I get the Moongus, Grass Blast, Water...
You know what? Maybe I'll just avoid that.
Incineroar, Caliber, and Arcaludon. With the water type of Moongus and the Raina, my Arcaludon becomes a monster. There's nothing they can do to stop the grid. But game 2, they leave Caliber behind, bringing a Moongus, Incineroar, Ursaluna, and Arcaludon. And although it is narrow, I just barely lose. I switched Ursaluna into a knockoff and lost to Claymore, and whether or not I stay in this tournament all depends on the game.
Why is there so much Instone up here? What the fuck? He just fell, lol.
Some players with the best records because I lost twice already in this tournament, I'll play an extra play around if I want to make it there. And my opponent's team is weird and terrifying. It's got some familiar faces, Dragapult, Porygon 2, and Rillaboom, but it also has Empoleon and Blaziken. Just like the Omega, Blaziken also has and Empoleon completely walls Porygon 2 and Omega, and doubles the special attack if Incineroar ever
much damage does this do? 1.5 hearts? That's not bad. That's okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And I'm also finding other spots that need to be lit up too, so that's good. That's always nice. Perfect. Cool, cool. Yep, there's a dark spot, of course. Okay.
One of these Pokemon can terrestrialize, but they're both weak to close combat. If I call this arrow right, I'll be in good shape. Which Pokemon should I target? I select the close combat of Polion. If it terrestrializes, I'll still get some damage on it, unlike Ursaluna, who has Ghost Terra. The turn starts and my opponent terrestrializes Ursaluna. Close combat KOs Apollyon, Speed hits Ursaluna, and Ursaluna KOs Sneasler. I go into Incineroar and they go back to Dragapult. And I finish my pulled off with Knockoff as Incineroar goes down to Ursaluna. My final Pokemon is my own Ursaluna, and I finish the battle with Ice Beam and Headlong Crush. I stick with the same plan.
Oh, smart move teleporting, bud. Okay, so it's just those two towers. Yeah.
That was not part of the plan. Without the crit, I'd have been in totally fine shape. But now, things are looking dire. I go into Incineroar and I make a read. Dragapult has got to switch out. Still, no real move for the KO. The Dragapult stays in, and I take another Dragon Dart. With Ursaluna now hitting the shield for 3, I've taken way too much damage, and I can no longer win. We're going to game 3. I do have another lead that I can try. It's weak against the Porygon 2 lead, but after game 1 went, I don't think they're going to try Porygon 2 again. Sneasler and Young Mega. They lead with Dragapult and Polion. I protect both my Pokemon as they protect Polion and lock into Dragon Dart. Now when Polion can't protect, and I launch First Slash into Dragapult, moving over half its health and close.
What the hell? Did they put a fucking block in front of my thing? Are you shitting me? Oh, this is one of the really annoying pillars that's like kind of like a square.
I think Ursaluna, who doesn't protect, as Porygon 2 KOs Sneasler, but the damage is done. Their Ursaluna will faint one more turn of burn. I send out my own Ursaluna and protect. Sacrifice Incineroar as their Ursaluna faints to burn. I'm now up 2 against 1. I clean up with Ghost Terra Ursaluna and one of the best players in the US, Alberto Lara. Alberto has a really scary team. Light Clay Aurora Bell Ninetales, Quiver Dance Volt Corona, Choice Scarf Garchomp, and Corviknight. Corviknight's a problem because it has both the moves, Bulk Up, and Body Press, meaning it makes itself tankier and stronger.
No, stay back. Fuck out of here.
My team for huge damage. It has room to shrug off any damage that I do, and its typing matches up so well against Porygon 2, Ursaluna, Sneasler, and Young Mega. Incineroar would normally have a good typing matchup, except that Corviknight's ability Zero Armor reflects stat drops back at the launcher, including Incineroar's Intimidate. My only way of beating this Corviknight is for Calydon, who admittedly can
See ya, bud.
hit as long as they don't harass.
It hasn't been a pleasure. Can't have them standing in my way anyway, so it's fine. I don't have to pillar up to this one. Yay, it's a miracle, oh boy. Okay, so even if there's some... Oh my god. Yep, there's a dark spot. Okay, there's one final spot that I need to fuck with. It's that one spot over yonder that I didn't want to dip into. This is not gonna be fun. I don't like where this is going. The whole end is lit up though. Just about anyways. At least 99% has been lit up now. Do I see Enderman? I do. Jesus, dude. There's the spot. That would explain where they're all spawning. just dig right here, it's fine. There's a lot of fucking mobs down here. What the hell? Yes, perfect. I found it exactly where I needed to be. Okay, we'll go down there in a second. I need to finish all the stuff up on this top shelf. We're gonna go over there next. Not gonna deal with all the crap down there, that's not necessary, but it looks like we got all the stuff in this area, so we're good. Good lord, there's a ton of Endermen down here, dude. What the fuck? Jeez Louise, how much shit is there down here? Oh my god, what the hell? I thought I fucking hit one of them. Stop, please. Dude, that scared the piss out of me just now. What the fuck? Why did he fucking have to do that? I'm definitely not liking this. Is that all? Please tell me that that's all. See that spot over there? Yeah, I don't care about that. Endermen can't spawn where they already stand, so it's fine. This is terrifying, dude. The home stretch, baby. Oh my god. This is terrifying. I don't like this. What the hell? Please go away. What a fucking idiot. Okay, I think we're done. I think I'm good. I think I've had enough for today. That last incident fucking scared the shit out of me. Holy fuck. Let's get the hell out of here. We're done. Oh my god, we're actually done. Alright, looks like the end has been lit up. Mostly, anyways. Now it's just a matter of getting silverfish to spawn. I actually have a very, very easy way of doing this. Wait, did that not do it? Oh. Okay, fair enough. So where am I gonna get these guys? Because, like, look at this. It's so empty now. There's nothing here. And I have ender pearls, so I don't need to worry too much about that. So where am I going to do that? Because it looks like the silverfish are no longer going to spawn. Oh, thank God it's finally over, dude. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna AFK in here for a little bit. Oh boy, okay, I'm back. Had to take a piss. Oh god. I think we're done. So let me test something real quick. It's so beautiful now. So quiet. No fucking noise. Oh, but how? How in the hell is there a spot over here where they can spawn? Go away. Where did they even spawn?
Pokemon is a ridiculously difficult competitive game, and expecting one player to win every tournament, anybody who's played Pokemon competitively knows how ludicrous that is. I personally know that every time I win or even do well at a tournament, it's a big achievement, and it's something that I'm proud of. I don't feel bad about not winning a game where everyone is this hard. I built a really cool team using a never-used monster. I played some good Pokemon, and I learned a lot about how I can still improve and get better. The fact that I earned a good chunk of championship points and some prize money.
Well, I hear Enderman, but I don't see them. Oh, I see. Up, they spawned. I forgot an area. Shit. Good to know. Thanks for the tip, boys.
Some of the most iconic Pokemon are fighting types. Lucario, Blaziken, Burning, Machamp, even Annihilate. These are some of the most beloved Pokemon ever. Please don't get mad at me when I tell you that actually not a single one of these Pokemon made it onto the list, despite the fact that all of them have been very good. Because in the official competitive format, it's often the most memorable fighting types that have really shown. In fact, only 7 different fighting types have ever won the Pokemon World Championship. And a lot of them are Pokemon that you actually might not expect, including the...
Why is there so much shit, dude?
Toxicroak. Okay, Toxicroak might seem like a really silly addition to this list because, I mean, surely it's not as silly as a Pokemon like, I don't know, Mega Lucario, but you have to understand that Toxicroak is able to do things that really no other Pokemon can offer. First of all, Toxicroak is a 2009 World Champion. It also won an international level event, and years later, it was won an international event. Why are people using Toxicroak? It's not really because, like, fighting Evasion is not a terrible combination, but you have quadruple weak decisive moves, and you have a lot of...
Fucking losers, man.
Like that strong of an offensive combo, so it's not because of the typing. The answer has to do really with its ability. Toxicroak is one of the few Pokemon in the game that gets access to the ability Dry Skin. This ability is kind of like a better version of Water Absorb, which is already a really...
How do I even have that obsidian, bro?
Completely immune to all water type moves and kills it whenever it hits.
Okay, we're good. We Gucci? We Gucci?
Rain has traditionally been one of the single strongest strategies in all of competitive Pokemon's history. That was a tongue twister. And so because of that, Toxicroak has found a specific niche for itself in the formats where rain teams are dominating. This was the case in 2009. Rain teams were extremely popular, so much so that its teams that used only water-type Pokemon finished 4th place at the World Championship. In more recent years, though, rain teams primarily used Kyogre.
Come on, give me a scroll. God damn it.
Toxicroak is not only great because it's immune to water moves and kills from the rain that Kyogre sets up, but it's also able to threaten decent damage back because as a fighting type, it gets the move Low Kick. Low Kick is a move that does damage the heavier the target is, and in formats where super powerful legendary Pokemon are legal, like Kyogre, Groudon, Dialga, Palkia, etc., Low Kick is pretty much always at its maximum power, which means it does quite a bit of damage.
So yeah, there's spots underneath that are causing issues. But it's not that big of a deal. It's passable.
Toxicroak also offers some wide support because it gets the move Fake Out. Fake Out is undoubtedly one of the strongest supporting moves in the game, as it allows you to temporarily stop one of your opponent's Pokemon from moving.
Can you do anything within stone? Can you make stairs? Oh, apparently you can't. Never mind. That's so dumb, though. Why?
It can be an offensive Pokemon against heavy restricted legendary Pokemon, and it can provide support for your team with the move Fake Out. Toxicroak is also able to use the move Sucker Punch, which isn't that remarkable of a move anymore, but before it was nerfed, it was actually a really powerful priority attack, meaning even though Toxicroak is
Something spawned. God damn it.
Chip damage the sucker punch before the opponent's attack.
Where did they spawn?
Because Pokemon like Lunala and Ultra Necrozma are weak to
Yep, it's over here. Big surprise.
It's been a couple of years since Toxicroak has seen really any usage, and even when it has seen usage, it was never super popular, like, ever, actually. But because it's a world champion, I definitely thought that it deserved its place on this list. You might get a bit of whiplash talking about this next Pokemon, because while Toxicroak is totally respectable, it's not a Pokemon that I think many people would have expected to be on this list unless they want a lot of competitive play.
Really? I missed a whole fucking section.
To be a little bit higher, it's Zamazenta. Let me explain why it isn't higher up. Obviously, in a vacuum, Zamazenta is a far better Pokemon than Toxicroak. I mean, in terms of the stats, not really a comparison here. Also, in terms of the typing...
Yeah, but Zamazenta kinda sucks because it gets no good moves in Generation 8.
Actually, Toxicroak has better results than Zamazenta, and that's because Zamazenta is something called a restricted legendary Pokemon. I was just talking a little bit about these...
Oh yeah, I guess it's a restricted mon too, whatever. But that, if you take out the fact that it's restricted, it still probably wouldn't see very much usage.
Use one or two of them on your team. Because of this, they only tend to be legal for a fraction of the time of other non-restricted Pokemon, and when they are legal, they're not playing against, you know, Caterpie and Weedle and all those, you know, small dogs. They have to deal with the strongest Pokemon in the game, which are the other restricted legendary Pokemon. So basically,
What the hell? You little assholes. Oh my god, stop.
all these really powerful Pokemon for a limited number of slots on the playing. And Zamazenta, when it first released, it was a strong Pokemon. Despite being
Oh, what's the matter? You gonna cry about it?
and that pretty much just made it
Get away.
tankier, but it was actually able to do anything. Who was the best Pokemon in the game. It also had defense stat off field, which changed in Scarlet and Violet, but at the time, yeah, like there was basically who really believed in Zamazenta, and they brought it to everything, but the results just weren't there. However, going into Scarlet and Violet, by receiving several different nerfs, Zamazenta got a huge buff in the form of the move Ice Crack. This is a move that does more damage the higher the user's defense stat is. And that's relevant here because not only is Zamazenta very tanky, but its ability to give it the defense time in his defense is so now, for the first time, Zamazenta had a way of using his defense and was also able to...
You little assholes.
This was a Pokemon that was not only incredibly...
If I tried pulling that without the lighting, I would be dead. There's no shot I would be I'd be able to live that. Me hitting that Enderman back there with no lighting, I would have been dead. There's no way I would have gotten out of that alive.
That way, Zamazenta doesn't really play much like a setup Pokemon, and unlike many of the other restricted Pokemon, it only ever hits one opposing Pokemon at a time. There's Pokemon a lot there, please forgive me. This is a Pokemon video. But what Zamazenta really excels at is...
Finally, a fish. Good lord.
It hits just one for a lot.
And no scroll, go figure. So if I do this...
Pokemon that sits in the field, super annoying, hard to remove, and just does consistent damage turn after turn after turn while you're struggling to remove it. Plus, for some reason, despite being, you know, carrying around this giant shield, it's really fast. This offers a different way of playing the game that honestly is very different than any Pokemon I've ever seen.
Okay, hang on. There's gotta be a way to make a silverfish farm. Surely there's a way.
And the top 4 at last year's World Championship. Zamazenta also gets access to Wide Guard, which is one of the most valuable supporting moves in the game when there are restricted Pokemon legal. Wide Guard blocks all moves that are considered spread moves, which are moves that hit multiple targets, which is the main attack of many of the restricted Pokemon, such as Galapagos, Calyrex Ice, Calyrex Shadow, Kyogre, Groudon, even relied on using spread moves a fair bit of the time. The alternative Wide Guard users aren't considered generally the best in the current format, and so Zamazenta is actually able to work not only as this offensive Pokemon, but also as this defensive anti-meta threat, where although it can do damage on its own, if it's better positioned supporting the team given the current board state, it's able to do that as well. Zamazenta is a Pokemon that I think is really interesting because it was really, really bad, and then it suddenly became viable and had a real shot to win the World Championship. But this video
The hell? Oh, it's because there's lighting right there.
check out the video I made on just Zamazenta because, yeah, I have a lot to say about it. Now, I could yap about fighting types for hours. They're just so cool. Do you ever wonder what let's check in with what is it that the champ is about? Oh, if I the sponsor of today's video, very cool. Riddle me this, dear viewer. What's better than a beautiful summer day? That's right, a beautiful summer day with music called Friends or your favorite podcast.
Fair enough, I'll just have to deal. This is too high, so nothing can spawn in here. Good, good, good. I'll probably just have to grind out silverfish manually, and then once I get an efficiency scroll, I can stop. So silverfish, in theory, should spawn in there because there's nothing else able to spawn. Endermen are so broken. They do so much damage per hit. Like, what the fuck? They're just as bad as Pigmen, if not worse.
It probably deserves to be here. It's one of the most recent fighting type Pokemon added to the game, Sneasler. What you have to understand about Sneasler is that while it hasn't been legal for very long, there was like a 4-month stretch where Sneasler became the best and most used Pokemon in the game, or top 3 if it wasn't number 1. And so despite the fact that it hasn't been legal for very long, and it was really only within that 4-month stretch that it saw...
So that little hut that I made should spawn a bunch of silverfish, right?
3 different regional championships and placed highly at a number of other events as well. So Sneasler basically was able to pop off because following the 2024 World Championships,
And no, still nothing, huh?
legendary Pokemon and Paradox Pokemon was temporarily banned from competitive play. This meant that many of the Pokemon that had dominated the game were just suddenly nowhere to be found, and it really opened the door for Pokemon like Sneasler, who is a good Pokemon but couldn't keep up based on the other Pokemon around it when it was added, to suddenly shine and also just take center stage. Sneasler's a new Pokemon added in Hisui, so it only became legal right around the time of the 2023 Pokemon World Championships, but it took Sneasler over a full year after being added before it saw any play. And that might be surprising because Sneasler has a lot going for it. First, it's very fast.
Silverfish.
Pokemon of all time, but
I found one.
very speedy and will outspeed most Pokemon that have a reasonable...
What is he doing?
Above reasonable speed stat. Sneasler's actually able to outspeed pretty much every Pokemon in the game thanks to its ability Unburden, which doubles its...
So it looks like they can spawn in any light level that's 7 or below. That's annoying, because that means that they could theoretically spawn anywhere in this area. What if I shrink the size of the beacon?
You can also activate yourself with close combat, which lowers your stats. There's basically no Pokemon in the game
Or does that not work?
after Unburden without some major help, and with Unburden,
Oh, I found another one.
some Pokemon inside of Tailwind. On top of just being fast, though, Sneasler is quite strong. And it's
Come on, you know you want to give me a scroll. Come on.
move close combat. This move is just very
I would assume it's the same as the effective range of the beacon.
defensive stats, but normally this is worth it. Just
So if we assume the beacon range is that of what it normally would be, a tier 4 beacon goes out about 100 blocks, right?
it's its signature move, Dire Claw, which has a whopping 50% chance to get
So all I have to do is just do this.
it will be poison, a third of the time it will be paralysis, and a third of the time it will be
All I have to do is just remove one of these blocks, and then that's that.
and paralysis isn't that far behind, and most of the ways that you can put an opposing Pokemon to sleep involves clicking a move that does no damage, and oftentimes isn't even 100% accurate. So the fact that
So that should then limit their spawn to being nearby,
power of Dire
like a lot closer than normal.
sleep just for, doing damage in the first place is nuts. These are going to actually increase its odds of getting a status position even more if it uses the ability Poison Touch, which gives all of its moves that make contact a chance to poison.
It's so quiet here now. Like, it's like eerily quiet. Like, what the fuck? I only need one scroll. Once I get that one scroll, I'm done. I'm not gonna go for any others.
Dire Claw was a really frustrating move to deal with in general, and the fact that it was coming off of a Pokemon that was just so fast meant that oftentimes you had no choice except to let Sneasler launch a Dire Claw at you, and if it got that good roll of sleep, or sometimes even paralysis, you'd be too far behind to recover. It also helped that in the format where Sneasler really dominated, fighting type coverage was really important, and there weren't that many good fighting types. Pokemon like Archaludon, Porygon 2, and Ursaluna, both of the Ursalunas actually, were just some of the best Pokemon in the game, and fighting was a weakness that they all shared. But apart from just being
If I had to guess, this might actually be negatively affecting the spawn rates, too.
valuable, Sneasler could also support a team with more dedicated supporting moves. This normally takes the form of Snake
I can accept my manual grinding for these little bastards. That's not that big of a deal.
types and allows you to raise your partner's attack and defense stat every time it's used. This kind of boost might not sound
There's probably not an easier way to do this, sadly. I'd have to use a lot more torches than what I have.
Applied a lot of pressure on opponents because they would, be tempted to play defensively in front of fake out or like fire squad trying to get to a spot where they could, minimize the chance to fall asleep.
What the hell? How is there an Enderman? Did he spawn?
Overall, I would say that Sneasler is one of the most frustrating Pokemon to play against, at least in recent memory. And even though it's not seeing a ton of success anymore,
Where's the spot? Where is it?
So I can definitely imagine a world where it comes
Where did you spawn?
in the current format, Sneasler is not considered to be very good, but despite that, a player actually won a big all-online tournament with Sneasler on their team. So
I see, it's right here. Okay.
personally, I will be okay if Sneasler never came
Thank
back again.
you, young man.
That will. Wait, never come back again? That's kind of harsh, right? That actually makes me feel kind of bad for Sneasler. I don't know. I feel like everybody has to come back again, right? I mean, that's just human nature. And actually, it's not really related, but if you don't come back again and you want to be content. The YouTube algorithm can be kind of bad. You don't need me to tell you this. You ever watch the channel for a while and you're like, I love it. And YouTube stop showing you.
LOL.
If it happens to me, if it happens to you, think about subscribing. It's a win-win for everyone.
Did he just take fall damage? I'm gonna leave this open in case something bad happens.
Terrakion fills a similar role to Sneasler in that it is a fast fighting type that hits very hard, that also makes your opponents very angry. Terrakion was introduced in black and white, and pretty much right out of the gate, it was immediately one of the best Pokemon in the game. It was so good in fact that it won the
Fuck out of my way.
Championships, which was the first World Championships it was legal for. It also got second place in 2012 of the World Championships. There's won at least 2 national championships.
So yeah, they spawn in any light level 7 and lower, which is kind of a problem because that means that the Endermen are more than likely going to most likely be spawning on the bottom and curtailing it. It's probably a fixed spawn rate too, based on what I've seen. So how would you make a farm for this though exactly? You'd have to do it over the void, most likely.
Terrakion is a fighting and a rock type Pokemon. Thanks to its high attack and speed stat, in addition to its good offensive typing, it was just a great offensive Pokemon for teams that were looking for either fighting or rock type.
We'll go for the efficiency scroll first, because that'll be easier. If I got the infinity scroll, I'm sure I'll probably be able to get the other one.
Fighting for super effective, and the fighting type attack is a heal Pokemon that resist rock. But Terrakion doesn't get a signature move like any.
Where is that coming from?
It makes people so angry. The thing is, even though this is the best fighting type,
Holy shit, dude.
and by being a fast rock type,
You know, maybe I'll just let them do their thing. Yeah, I think I'll pass. I don't want the smoke.
powerful move, though it's also not the weakest. But the reason it's really memorable.
Oh, you wanka.
It has a 30% chance to flinch whenever it hits. Assuming that you hit both targets with rock slide, you actually have above a 50% chance of flinching one of them. Of course, if you get really unlucky, both your Pokemon might flinch, or they might flinch for multiple turns in a row. On the one hand, the flinch isn't as debilitating as
There's no point in trying to build a farm. I'm better off just waiting for the silverfish to come to me.
Paralysis or sleep. And back when Terrakion was really popular, the game was just overall slower, and so there weren't that many Pokemon that could attack before Rock Slide went off. Terrakion was also a pretty flexible Pokemon. You could use defensive items like the Focus Sash or the Chobo Berry, but you could also use offensive items like the Toy Scarf or the Life Orb, or, well, I mentioned that Terrakion got second at the World Championship. That was actually used by me, and I used Choice Band on Terrakion. This allowed me to use some of the more niche moves, like I won a set because of Quick Attack Terrakion, which is the move that you typically associate with the Pokemon, but I mean, it worked for me. Other than just being a generally useful, fast, and strong physical attacker, though, Terrakion actually was the main Pokemon that I think of when it came to one particular strategy.
The chance of me getting one is a 1 in 1,000, so this is gonna be painful as fuck. I'm gonna be here for a while. I could maybe, like, make a chamber where I'm safe and, like... Can they still see me through blocks?
Using it for damage. In fact, the less damage you do, the better. It's used to attack your own Terrakion, who has the Justified ability, which gives it an attack boost every time it's hit with a dark type move. Speed up actually counts as 4 separate attacks if you want your Pokemon healthy, and so it's able to immediately skyrocket Terrakion's attack to +4, effectively tripling it. When this happens, Terrakion starts doing ridiculous damage, and hitting both of your opponent's Pokemon with Rock Slide means that you don't.
Hang on, I'm gonna do a little test real quick. I wanna see if this will actually work.
Them and get off scot-free for the turn. This combination combination of Whimsicott and Terrakion has a cute name. It's called Terracot, which I just think is funny and cute. It doesn't really matter, but I like it. Terrakion was one of the best Pokemon in Black and White, winning the World Championship in 2011, getting second in 2012, but it also saw a lot of success during X and Y. It was one of the best Pokemon there too, often paired with Mega Metagross, but certainly used in other compositions as well. However, in recent years, it certainly hasn't performed anywhere near as well as those early days. I think in addition to like general power creep and the prevalence of Intimidate with Pokemon like
Here's what I'm gonna do.
becoming more popular, it's made it really hard for Terrakion to pop off. It's a Pokemon that I think probably won't be that good.
I'm gonna do a little test real quick. Just want to see if this will actually work.
For so long that I think it's absolutely one of the best fighting type Pokemon of all time.
So if I go up here, I should be safe, right?
Scrafty's won at least 3 national level events.
I feel like that's not gonna land. Oh god.
A third of those in both cases were
Oh, I guess it did.
alone. This was one of my favorite Pokemon. I wasn't joking about that. I used it quite a bit. It is worth noting that none of my regional wins with Scrafty are recorded on the site where we keep track of most of the tournament results. So it's possible it has even more than this, but similar to Terrakion, this is all I can use at the time. Most of you probably don't really get Scrafty because it hasn't been good in quite some time. The best way that I can describe this Pokemon is imagine if Incineroar were like a balanced Pokemon, a fair Pokemon. It has the combination of Intimidate and Fake Out, which is also something that Incineroar has, but it doesn't like also have just everything that makes it ridiculous. Scrafty has worse defensive typing, a lower attack stat, and worse moves than Incineroar, and it was still a very, very solid Pokemon. This isn't even a knock on Scrafty, it just is a way to understand how broken Incineroar is. Anyway, despite being inferior to Incineroar, that's not really a statement because that's kind of true of every Pokemon in the game to some extent. And before Incineroar released, Scrafty was by far one of the best support Pokemon. With its decent defenses, it was able to switch in, lower the opponent's attack stat with Intimidate, and then provide some value with Fake Out. It worked as a general sponge because it was tanky, but it had a decent enough attack stat. It certainly wasn't good, but it was able to do some damage, especially if you trained it with attack stat, relying more on its natural bulk rather than, bulking up its defenses even more. And actually, Scrafty was one of the best Pokemon in 2011 before it got access to Intimidate. I used it with the Moxie ability, as did most people, which is an ability that gives it an attack boost every time it takes a KO. Unlike most people at the time, I was using Trick Room, and so Moxie was actually pretty valuable for me because I could set Trick Room up, and if Scrafty ever took a KO, then it would become extremely threatening. It was also a great user of the move Drain Punch, which not only does damage, but kills the user, because once Scrafty got an attack boost, it became very threatening because it was just doing so much damage with Drain Punch while healing alongside it. Similar to Terrakion, it was a great Pokemon in Black and White and in X and Y, and it also saw some use in Sun and Moon and in Sword and Shield, but only before Intimidate and Incineroar became legal. Similar to Terrakion as well, Scrafty has heard
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work.
Dark and Fighting typing is really awkward now that there's a Pokemon that can basically one-shot every Pokemon with its type.
Okay, nice.
But on a defensive Pokemon whose goal is really to stay alive, it's really uncomfortable to have a quadruple weakness to the best type in the game. Scrafty is a great Pokemon that unfortunately just can't really keep up with the strongest Pokemon of all time being a better version of it, but my hope is that one day in the future we'll see a little bit of success again. Okay, we're now into the top 5, and frankly, the 5th slot is a Pokemon that I wanted to put much lower, but after looking at the results, I just couldn't justify it. It's Hariyama, who I think is a really funny Pokemon. This isn't really relevant to anything, but I think it's funny. When the trailers for
Thick Fat's a good ability. Hariyama had a good place in doubles back in, I can't remember what year it was, but it was one of those. I don't play a lot of competitive, but I know a couple people who do, and Hariyama was a good pick one of those years. I don't recall though.
Anyway, Hariyama is a Pokemon that has really only been seen in a couple of formats, but in those formats, it performed quite well. Hariyama actually managed to win the 2010 World Championship, as well as the World Championship and 8 Regional Championships, all of which were won in 2017. Hariyama is basically strongest in early formats before the power level gets super high. What that means for anyone unaware is that normally when a new game releases, the Pokemon that are legal are very limited. It's typically only the Pokemon that you protect in the main game. Sometimes even some of those Pokemon are banned. And in these formats, because there's just fewer Pokemon available, Pokemon that are kind of generally considered...
Oh, there's an Enderman. God damn it.
Pokemon just aren't as strong. So in these early formats, Hariyama has been a menace. While it was certainly at its strongest during the first year of Sun and Moon, it also saw some...
Yep, look at that. It's right here.
Violet, before the Paradox Pokemon like Fluttermane and some of the others got added in. Hariyama is kind of like a more offensive version of Scrafty.
Cool.
Slow fighting type with Fake Out that supports its team, but unlike Scrafty, who's mainly there as a sponge or to reduce the opponent's damage, Hariyama actually works as a sweeper, doing tons of damage itself. It does this with a combination of the Flame Orb item and the Gut ability, which boosts its damage output significantly. Of course, it's also able to play a more defensive role with all offense, so you're not forced to use the you can also use it for more supportive defensive role as well. Part of what made Hariyama so good was its relationship with the Trick Room Pokemon. For most
Oh, I've pissed him off. Oh boy. Oh, what are you gonna do about it, home? Good lord, how many are there, bro? Jesus. There's still that many. Fucking losers, get the hell out of here.
support it with the Intimidate, lowering the opponent's attack stats, Fake Out to help IK over time, Feint to remove Protect, help again to boost damage output, and other situations as well. Although actually on this Top Ogre combo, Top would often drop Intimidate in favor of Position. Talia moves like Fake Out, but also Mock, allowing it to do more damage to other restricted Pokemon. My understanding of this is that Water Shot was often doing a lot of damage, but just barely enough. Punch could not only break but it was also good
What an idiot.
and it allowed Hitmontop to weaken targets before Kyogre moved and put them in range of Water's power. Hitmontop wasn't legal the following year in the first year of Black and White, and then became one of the best Pokemon run as part of this kind of duo in 2012, the second year of Black and White, when paired with Voltoro, referred to affectionately as Top Mom. So Hitmontop also paired well with many of the other big attackers of that format, like Zapdos and Water.
Ooh, I hear a silverfish where. Losers.
Support these really powerful special attackers, whether that was Latios doing big damage, Zapdos setting up Tailwind, or Volcarona using Quiver Dance to become extremely tanky and extremely powerful.
But where? Where are they coming from? Okay, well there goes one of them. What the hell? This is just annoying. Stop.
Which provided a one-time 50% because it really wanted the power boost. So fighting gem close combat allowed you to be able to so much damage. It was especially threatening to the rock-type Pokemon, which fighting gem was the only way to get on top. I got second of the world. Still very Hitmontop. I wanted to use it more for support, and I guess I valued staying alive more than another item. And this is very
Come on, my
important because
pretties.
it was on my- I don't think this is like the smartest decision, but it did get me second place at Worlds, so I shouldn't complain about it. You would think that this would be the best finish I would ever get with him on top, but actually that would come 4 years later at the 2016 World Championship, where I won the entire tournament with him on
I'm
top
not
as my
stupid.
playing type of point. This is again a totally different way of using him on top with the eject. This allowed my him on top to serve not only as a supporting Pokemon with usual.
What a bunch of fucking losers. Anyways, cool, we're done. What the hell? Okay, you know what? Fine. If you all want to be dirty little bastards about it, then so be it.
Similar to Scrafty, Hip-on-Top uses this drop dramatically ever since its Cinnabar. Unlike Scrafty though, Hip-on-Top actually did win an Australian regional in 2020, which was before
Okay, whatever.
Shield, but I mean still
Is that all of them? Let's just get this over with. Yep, that's all of them. Okay, cool. Fuck out of here.
So I hope that it comes back at some point. Okay, before we get to the top 3, let's talk about the honorable mention. There's a lot of Pokemon here. My initial list for this, in terms of Pokemon I was considering, was close to 20 Pokemon, so...
I think we're safe. Are we safe now, finally? Please be safe. Please.
Was Como. It's a really solid fighting and dragon type that has had success in a number of different formats. It's never been like the most...
My little chamber is not doing anything for me. God damn it.
But it has at times been kind of its own unique strategy due to its signature Z-move and Sun and Moon, as well as it being kind of the main Iron Defense Body Press Pokemon at a point during Scarlet and Violet. I would have put it on this list if I could have, but it just didn't have the results of some of the other Pokemon, so I left it off. I also initially
Come on.
on this list because I mean it feels like such a good Pokemon. Like initially I was gonna put it at like 5th place, but then I started looking through the results, and honestly it's not actually that impressive. Like an Island has seen a lot of usage, but it hasn't seen that many wins. And although it's certainly a good Pokemon, it probably would be around.
Should I like maybe put an AFK chamber here?
I like didn't think that I could put it on the list, despite the fact that it feels like an incredibly strong Pokemon that I'm always preparing for. I think that if an Island has a couple more good years, then I could definitely like put it on a list like this in the future. But for now, it doesn't make it on. Now let's talk about some of the fan favorites. Lucario. Lucario is a good Pokemon as well. It's seen success, a little bit of success outside of this Mega Form. Mega Form also saw a decent bit of success. It's a good Pokemon.
We are gonna make an AFK chamber. Oh boy.
Fighting types have seen a lot of success, and Lucario really has only seen a bit, and most of it's been with Mega Evolution, which limited primarily to Generation 6 and Generation 7. Mega Evolutions are coming back, and so I could see Mega Lucario, you know, in the right circumstances being really good, especially since it was never legal at a time when Inner Focus, which is one of the abilities of the base form, was buffed, which would give it a pretty major advantage going forward compared to when it was legal.
Okay.
But based on what's happened so far, good Pokemon, I like it, I think it's strong, I'm not saying anything bad.